fan guys think they're good at golf, but putt-putt doesn't count, so we're at the Memorial.
Sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling and Orthopedic One. The Fan.
Rise and grind, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to get bumpy. Time to attack and dominate. This is Morning Juice with Brandon Beam and Bobby Carpenter.
And here we go on a Friday, attacking and dominating our way to 9 a.m. every single weekday morning right here on The Fan. Brandon Beam, the General Bobby Carpenter, and of course our fearless leader and producer Mark the Shark back in studio. We are currently live out at Jack's Place. Round number 2 of the Memorial Tournament happening today. We are at Muirfield Village Golf Club. Bob, great to talk to you here on this Friday, buddy. What's going on?
Oh, it's great to talk to you. Being excited to be out here. Super juiced. Gosh, last night when I got home, I was like, got a bunch of stuff that I need to get done after leaving here. But I did all that to clean the slate for this afternoon. So pretty darn excited about everything that's going on right now, where we're at with the tournament, where we're at with the weather.
Yep, it's beautiful.
Yesterday at about 9:30, 10 o'clock, I mean, most of the humidity had burned off. I was walking around like, this is gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Absolutely beautiful. Saw a bunch of people yesterday, but I had to get out of here. Couldn't stay much past 12:15. I take my kids down to Lancaster. I do some speaking stuff down there, and great little event that I was privileged to be at. So came back, did some XM radio, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But did some XM radio, which was fantastic. Got done with that. Say, okay. And I hadn't worked out. I was going to work out before, and I did a little bit. I'm like, okay, am I going to want to wake up tomorrow at like 4 and do this? I'd rather have a little more juice and gas. So I was like, okay, I went over to the track at Jones.
Good for you.
Well, got a run in. Came back, got a little lift, had some weed. The kids mow the grass now. I've got them locked in, but I do the weed whacking. So said, you know what?
That's a good arm workout.
It is, but I also then had to replace the I was out of thread. Like the school.
Oh, yeah. So that can always be a pain.
Yeah, so I decided to put that in, which is fine. I just took another 10 minutes, went around, did that, and got some stuff done and got a little shower. Court made some nice chicken parmesan last night. Yeah, it was pretty good. Hadn't had that in a minute, so that was nice. Watched a little TV, went to bed, and woke up this morning with the enthusiasm of, wait, what is it? What's the quote?
An enthusiasm
unknown to mankind.
A humble heart.
Humblest of hearts. It was chilly. Was going to wear pants. I'm like, you know what? It's going to be 76, San Diego weather. Like, do I really want to wear pants?
I think today's a day where you can get away with just about anything today.
You could do both, and I was thinking, I got this sweet Nike quarter zip from playing out in that the New York, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah, the Statue of Liberty Brutus.
Oh, yeah. It's sweet little on there. Statue Brutus, the blue Brutus Statue of Liberty, which was looking fantastic. But I'm like, that's kind of a thick cotton. I mean, it might get a little hot out here, cotton.
Need a breathable material to do.
Yeah, so I had some other options. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go with the classic short sleeves. Will be good. A little polo here. Throw the fan coat on over top of it and be ready to rock. So pretty excited about that and everything. But yesterday, I was coming in hot beam. I said, we'll leave here by 12. The next day, it's like 12:05, and I'm over at 14.
Oh, yeah, so you got to trek all the way back.
I remember it was like 11:50. I had to stop at 17 real quick. I was like, I want to say hi to somebody before I get out of here. And, run back to the car, grab the kids. I was going down. I was speaking at the Workforce Signing Day.
Okay.
Yeah, which was great. We hired 9 folks from Fairfield County Workforce Center. So it's like right on the corner of Coon Path and 33. So it was only about 30 minutes from my house. Had to pick up my kids because my mom, we were going to do a little drop. My youngest 2 boys are down with them for a couple of days. But I'm like running in, threw some pants on, grabbed a sport coat just in case, which I ended up wearing.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, then spoke for about 10, 12 minutes. I was like, hey, I got to be on radio at 3 o'clock. It's 2:15, 2:20.
I got to get back.
So I was going to maybe do it with my parents. I was like, I didn't want to drive back after that, so I drove back to our house, and it was tremendous. Had a good day, but all that was done yesterday so that today we can sit here and
enjoy it.
Have a good time. The only disappointing thing is today is that AJ, I text him, and that he is going to be traveling back. They were down there at the CONCACAF with Pat, and they're going to be traveling back this morning. So unfortunately, he won't be joining us today, but we'll get some good stories out of him next week.
Absolutely, man. We got an awesome show lined up for you here this morning. Buckeyes, if you want to see them, you're going to have plenty of opportunities before the season. We'll get into that coming up here in our next segment. The man in charge of every single blade of grass here on property, Chad Mark, Superintendent, Muirfield Village. He's going to join us coming up here at 6:35.
Legendary Carl Spackler.
Of man hours this week. I don't know exactly what his schedule is, when he's getting here, when he's leaving, but we're going to check in with one of the busiest guys here at Muirfield Village Golf Club coming up at 6:35. 7:35, normal time. Austin Ward, he's going to join the program. We'll talk some Buckeyes with him. And the crew got a little bit of bad news yesterday, so instead of AJ at 8:35, the Murph dog, Patrick Murphy, he was down in Pachuca last week.
Cuckoo Pachuca?
Bez left yesterday.
Do you think he left because we lost?
I don't know. We'll get into it a
promised
little bit
$1 million
later.
of that trip.
We'll get into it later. But Murph is going to join us coming up here at 8:35. So a very busy show on what should be an awesome Friday here at round number 2 of the Memorial Tournament at Muirfield Village Golf Club. Before we go any further today, it is June 6th. Nope, it's June 7th.
June 7th.
Yesterday was June 6th.
Yesterday was D-Day.
Yep.
We celebrated that, commemorated that, rather.
It is June 7th, 2024. Time for Today in History.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
All right, Dr. Bob, what do you got lined up for us this morning, buddy?
Oh, goodness. Let's say it's Friday, June 7th, first Friday of the month, 159th day of the year, 207 days remaining. About 30 days, 40 days from now, we'll be flipping that on its head.
Yep.
This date, 1009, First Crusade, Siege of Jerusalem begins as the Europeans crusade to take back the Holy Land. This date, 1776, Richard Henry Lee presents the Lee Resolution to the First Continental Congress. Beam. That later becomes the Declaration of Independence. That motion was seconded by John Adams, who was portrayed by
Paul Giamatti.
In the show, was it just called John Adams?
Yeah, sure was.
Johnny Boy.
Then it was stolen a couple hundred years later in National Treasure by Nick Cage.
Absolutely. I think we might be able to get that again. This date, 1933, the Oakland A's Jimmy Foxx hits 3 home runs in his first 3 at-bats. That was 4 consecutive dongs he hit, Beam, with one carrying over from the last game.
Dongmeister.
Yes, the Hall of Famer getting it done. Right there, the Dongmeister, if you will. I heard that was his nickname.
I did too.
Shark, can you confirm that about Jimmy Foxx?
Never heard that, but they did call him Double X.
What do you know about baseball, Shark?
Yeah, I mean, so that's where Triple X came from after that. But I thought you had been up to Cooperstown and you told us underneath it said Jimmy Foxx, a.k.a. Dongmaster. Why not? This is a sad day. This date, 1936, the first parking meters were invented.
Yeah, terrible.
Didn't like that one at all.
We went backwards in society.
We really did. We really did. This date, 1942, the Battle of Midway ends in American victory. That was where the 4 Japanese battleships decimating the Imperial fleet there in the Pacific. A big victory for the Allies in the U.S. In 1946, 4 years later, the BBC returns after a 7-year hiatus. During World War II, they weren't broadcasting, unfortunately for them. This date, 1966, Strangers in the Night by Sinatra hits #1 in the UK. Shark, you going to sing that for us?
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances.
There we go.
I don't know the rest of the song. I'll take my chances.
Beam used to tell me that was when he slept on his hand and he woke up. He called it the stranger in the night.
It gets so numb.
Absolutely. This date, 1975, Sony launches a revolutionary technology, the first recording video cassette, the Betamax.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Betamax didn't get it done. VHS took it over.
Long may he reign.
Absolutely. This date, 1977. Nolan Ryan gets his 4th career 19K game. I mean, exactly. I looked at that. I was like, 4? I'm like, that is ridiculous. I don't think, Shark, he never had a 20K game, did he?
He did not. Nope.
He had 4.
4 at 19, though.
Kerry Wood had 20, and that's the record.
Yep. And he had 4. But, I mean, think about that. I mean, the guy threw 7 no-hitters, so obviously he's getting it done. But
threw one in each of 4 decades.
That's exactly right. And then on this date, 1995, downed pilot Captain Scott O'Brady is rescued by the Marines in Bosnia. That movie was later made loosely into a movie called Behind Enemy Lines, starring Gene Hackman and Owen Wilson in his lone action debut, which was absolutely tremendous.
He
do I
did
do?
Wild Wild West. That's kind of an action
You
movie.
got your boots on, don't you, cowboy? It's an unbelievable line. And honestly, I find Owen Wilson believable, actually.
Yeah.
He brought a little levity to the character.
Yeah, he's a nice action model.
Absolutely. Born on this date, 1905. We had a sound from this yesterday. Paul Giamatti for his birthday. James J. Braddock, the Bulldog of Bergen County, born on this date, 1905. The player that was the boxer that was played by Russell Crowe in Cinderella Man. One of the great movies and great Americans you're going to find. Oh, goodness. The King of Cool, Dean Martin, born on this date in 1917. How about that? Thurman Munson, born on this date, 1947. Unfortunately, he passed away in 79 in a plane crash in Akron. Two-time All-Star, 79 MVP, two-time World Series champ, and unfortunately, Shark not in the Hall of Fame.
Munson hits it high and deep to left. Baker going, way back, and it's gone. There. Home run, Munson. Munson having a couple of words with Sutton as he's running around the bases, too, it looked like, for one reason or another.
2 hits for Thurman on the day. He continues to hit in every game. What a solid athlete.
Shark, why isn't he in the Hall of Fame?
He just doesn't have the numbers, Bob. He died at 32, and his career was actually on the decline when he died. In fact, he wasn't even catching much anymore. He wanted to finish his career in the outfield, but baseball, they're all about their numbers, and he's
a 7-time All-Star, and an MVP, two-time champ.
I understand that, Bob.
Can't we just take the work that he had? No?
Just wasn't
AL Rookie of the Year, 3-time Gold Glove winner? I mean, what are we talking about here, Sharky? I mean, gosh, we're going to... You gonna give the plane the MVP for taking him down?
No,
put
that's
in the Hall
too
of Fame?
soon, Bob.
Too soon. 79. It's been 40.
August 2nd,
45 years.
79.
Oh, goodness. A man who needs no introduction, turning 72 today, Liam Neeson.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you are looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Good luck.
Oh, my gosh.
Liam's Neeson.
I didn't realize, I wasn't sure if that was Aslan coming in there.
Ra's
al Ghul, the man who trained Darth Vader. There's a bunch of... He's really covered a lot of bases in his career, turning 72. Prince, born on this date, 1958. Passed away, unfortunately, in 2016. That little red Corvette. Baby, you're just too fast. Former VP, 48th VP, Mike Pence, turning 65 today. Dave Navarro, Jane's Addiction, actually did the guitar on One Hot Minute for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, too, Bean.
Okay.
I didn't realize that, turning 57 today. And Bear Grylls of the British SAS, and now of TV fame, turning 50 years old.
I watched this video. He had just killed an octopus, and it was still even moving, and he took a
Hey,
bite
Shark,
or two.
how do you eat an octopus?
Slowly.
One leg at a time.
Like
Okay, here we go, Bear.
Here we go. Look, she's clinging on with all those tentacles. But this is going to be good to eat. You see the 2 eyes there? Quick way of killing this. Bite straight between them, sever the nerves. Still gripping on, but that's just nerve reflex there. See it even on my lip. That problem is the sucker sticks to your throat.
That's nice. That's what I wanted to hear this morning, Shark. Dude swallowing an octopus.
It's a bit sticky. It's sticking to my lip.
Well, it's like gripping as he's trying to swallow it down. That's remarkable.
Glacier.
One of my favorite tennis players of all time, Anna Kournikova, turning 43 years young today. Is she with Julio Iglesias, I believe? I think they have 2 kids together. I think when I was looking that up yesterday, I saw that, but yeah, just a couple years older than me, Anna Kournikova.
She used to be
good.
with Fedorov, remember that?
Yeah, when she was like 14.
He was 30 and she was 16 or something.
I think like 14.
Yeah, I've been married to Enrique Iglesias since 2001.
Look at those kids getting done. 20 years. Congratulations. And then the Offensive Player of the Year, Christian McCaffrey, turning 28. Curious if he's – I would have to imagine he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He's 3-time first-team AP or All-Pro and a one-time second-team All-Pro.
He gets that Super Bowl, then –
if he gets another All-Pro, I'm like, at that point, you're 4 first-team, 1 second. I mean, he might get 2 more of those. That's putting you in for the better half of the decade as the best and Offensive Player of the Year. You've got it. And then passing on this day, 2015, Christopher Lee. Some holidays, observances. It's Daniel Boone Day. It's Junebug Day. National Chocolate Ice Cream Day. How about that? National Donut Day.
Love it.
First Friday in June. Trial Technology Day and VCR Day. And those are your birthdays, your passing, your historical events, and your holidays observances for the state. Friday, June 7th, 159th day of the year, 207 days remaining in this 2024.
Very well done on that, General, as always. You're going to have plenty of opportunities this summer to see the Buckeyes before the season kicks off. We'll get into that coming up next. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there and good morning. Right now, no crashes to let you know about. Your Friday morning commute looking nice and clear. Starting to pick up on 23 heading northbound from the south side as you hit 270. Also on 33 out in Plain City. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
Another day is here and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
Hey, it's Anthony here for the Good Feet store. You know, we do a segment on the show every week called Pressure, but that's about sports. What about the pressure your feet endure every day? I know mine did. When I went to the Good Feet store, I learned I was out of line. I joked, I already know that. They said, no, physically, my feet weren't being supported the right way. So when I went to the store on Polaris Parkway, they also have one on Stringtown Road, I took all the time I needed to walk around the store to see what felt and fit the best in my shoes. Once I had them in, my personal arch supports from the Good Feet store, my lower back pain went away. What a feeling. You need to get your free personalized fitting by one of their arch support specialists. For arch supports to be effective, they require a precision fit. That's why Good Feet arch supports are only available at the Good Feet store. You like them? You can wear them home. You have nothing to lose but the pain. So go to goodfeet.com today or go in and try the Good Feet feeling. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief, all from the Good Feet store.
We go to war for you. If you've been a bus accident victim, don't suffer in silence. Call attorney Robert Scherger at 877-WAR-FOR-YOU for a free consultation. Know your rights and get results. Visit warforyou.com for more information. warforyou.com.
The Sign and Drive Green Tag event continues, offering 0% for 84 months with no money down on a John Deere compact utility tractor with loader. Limited time offer. Visit your local Ag Pro today or go online to agproco.com for more information.
The Mavs and Celtics battle for the title. Who will win? Will Tatum and Brown make it look easy? Will Kyrie dribble the ball off the face of the earth? Let's find out together. Listen to ESPN Radio's coverage of the NBA Finals right here on The Fan.
Hey there, friends. It's Bo Bishop here, and I want you to picture this. Cannonballs into the lake, s'mores at the fire pit, sleeping under the stars. Well, that could be you when you visit my friends at RCD RV. RCD is having its summer open house, and you don't want to miss it. Huge RV savings all month long in June. New travel trailers as low as $14,995. The area's widest selection, over 600 new and pre-owned RVs in stock. Start your summer adventure at RCD RV. Visit one of the 3 Central Ohio locations or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Save big money on pressure-treated lumber for your outdoor project at Menards. Menards has the best in-stock selection of AC2 pressure-treated lumber. All easy to load in our drive-through lumber yard. Choose from our huge inventory of boards, decking, fencing, lumber, and timbers to build your project to last. Plus, you can get free estimates fast with our fence and deck design programs in-store or online at menards.com.
Save big money at Menards. Glow Fiber Business is now in Ohio, and your business is our priority. Glow Fiber delivers reliably fast, custom, and prepackaged internet plans to meet the growing needs of your business. And our dependable 24/7 personal support means your business stays connected. Glow Fiber is here, and we mean business. Find out more at 833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiberbusiness.com today. Glow Fiber Business is not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Ohio's public schools are safe, welcoming learning environments where everyone can thrive, no exceptions. Thanks to the nearly 120,000 public school educators in the Ohio Education Association. We are dedicated professionals who deserve respect, a living wage, and a seat at the table when decisions are made. And we're using our united voice to demand the supports and resources our students need to succeed. Because in Ohio, public education matters.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Today we're tracking lots of sunshine out there. Should be a beautiful start to your day. Cool, crisp air, low humidity, going 77 for the high today. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 78. And then Sunday, looking at mostly sunny skies, highs in the upper 70s. That's your latest weather update on 97.1 The Fan.
FanDuel is the exclusive online sportsbook partner of Morning Juice. Just sign up at FanDuel.com/juice. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Beam has a baby face. Bobby has soft hands. That should not stop you from listening to this show. This is Morning Juice.
All right, spending money to replace your home's windows is rarely something you're getting stoked about. Usually do it well because our energy bills, they're dragging us down, and our current windows, well, they don't look all that great. But in working with Pella, our local Columbus Pella team, my eyes, they've been open. New windows, they can legitimately change the entire look of your home. I always tell you, they're like the eyes to your house. They can look beautiful and make it look great. They've got windows and colors and styles like you've never seen. They can change everything. So go check them out at their new Polaris showroom or at PellaColumbus.com.
We're now joined out here at Muirfield Village Golf Club by one of the busiest people on the property. He is Chad Mark, Superintendent. Chad, thanks for the time. How's your week? How's your week going? It's good to see you again, too.
Well, it's not as fun as last year when we were in control of all the water, but, you know, our staff did a great job yesterday, and we got a great weekend coming up. It's going to be awesome.
Isn't that what you love? I mean, listen, any amateur can take, be working La Jolla out there. I mean, you love the weather variations that really keep you on your toes.
Well, we try to prepare for every situation we could get into, and yesterday was a lot of audibles. But late morning after the chaos and it was over, one of the assistants, Connor, he texted me and he goes, "That's a top 5 Muirfield morning right there." So it was a good day.
Can you take us kind of behind the curtain too? I mean, the decision making you're going to have. You were just telling us kind of off headset. You're like, we were expecting a half an inch, ended up being 1.9. Like, yep. How do you ready the troops for something like that?
Well, it starts by planning well in January and February and getting good volunteers here, and if every bunker would have washed out, which is what would have happened pre-renovation, yeah. We had 90 people in there to go out and get this place fixed and get golf all in time and be good. But luckily the infrastructure that we changed in 2020 is just phenomenal. We had 2 small washouts on the entire property yesterday after 2 inches of rain, and the greens flushed, and the greens were softer than we wanted to be, but they were pretty firm. They were firmer than we ever would have been able to be after a rain event like that in the old days.
How much? I know, was it April, May? We had like one of the wettest springs that we've had here in a while. I mean, does that impact the preparation coming in, or is that something that's far enough out you're able to navigate around it?
Well, I think those do 2 things. One, you get some practice runs. If some bad weather comes in April and May, and staff sees what we're going to have to do to get the golf course back, we can get some practice runs like that. And then, I think the hydration early in the spring helps bring the soil temperatures up a little quicker. And this spring was pretty warm for us, even though it was wet. But there's a lot of days in May that we definitely just walked in and said, "Hey, we're a good spot. Let's not hurt ourselves here because we can do more harm than good by trying to force something right now." So you have to lay off, and it's hard sometimes because you want to go out there and work a 14-hour day and get this place ready, but you have to peak at the right time, and you can hurt yourself and have to do some things you don't want to do to get it back.
When you go through this entire process, and I mean you're used to it. I know that 2020 was crazy because you guys did back-to-back weeks of getting it up to tour level. But how far out does the preparation start? Navigating that with the tour, because I know that they come in and they have their officials that want the course to be a certain standard. Like, how far out does the preparation begin for you?
Well, I mean, it starts with you try to knock out the stuff, Brandon, that you don't want to be doing in May, which is ordering shirts and booking food trucks for the staff and getting hotel rooms. So that starts in January. And Shawnette does a great job with handling a lot of that for me. But, the reality of it is the agronomic stuff really just starts when the weather breaks in mid-April and we really get, able to get texture going and start, aerification practices that aren't going to hurt us for the tournament, but help the turf be vibrant for when we have to peak.
Talk about the new greens and some of the renovations. You were talking earlier about how it would have been tough before with maybe the previous technology. Now that these things are state of the art, how that impacts everything that goes on.
I think it was the most important decision we made with the project. We picked a really good mix that drains well, that can remain firm in wet conditions and in dry conditions. And then we added the precision airs, which were basically an HVAC unit for every one of these greens. We have one on every single green out here that we can pull moisture out, which we were doing all night up until the time they teed off yesterday. And we could run air conditioning, we can run heat, we can blow ambient pressure into them and dry them out. So we didn't do a lot of that last night because we're worried about the winds this afternoon. But if we wanted to be back where we were on Wednesday, we could have been there today. But we're kind of gonna feather back into that.
He is Chad Mark, superintendent out here at Muirfield Village Golf Club, with us here live at the golf course. How much of a game changer was that sub-air system?
Precision air.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with what we say.
Sorry.
Different brand.
All right.
Different brand, but we're good. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I looked at it when we did it. I said, we should have this. We have a golf tournament every year. We should have this in play. And I thought it would be a nice tool. It's something I use every day now. Yeah. And it's part of our program. And the dependability of knowing where you're going to be, real quick after a rain event is phenomenal. But it took a couple years to figure out exactly how to use it.
Can you talk a little bit about your volunteers? I mean, I know that you have them from all over the country, all over the world, who are helping you out this week.
Yeah, we have great clubs throughout the U.S. and the world. We have some guys that flew in from New Zealand, Ireland, Australia. A lot of them are former interns that want to come back. We have former assistants here. Matt Powell's riding around with me this morning. Adam DeRossi's here. So all these guys come back, and really that's the fun part for me is it's kind of reunion week to see all these guys that used to be in the grind at the current staff's end, and they're like a brotherhood because even if they didn't work together, they still know what each other's going through.
So, it moving a week, any substantial impact other than just the dates? I know Ohio weather can get a little squirrely here.
I think when I saw the move, I thought maybe that would help us. But May was so warm, we could have held it last week. I think we've been fine. Every spring's different.
You were hoping probably after seeing the forecast last week, it was beautiful.
Yeah. There was many days during advance week I said, I wish we were just doing this right now. But, I think for the tournament's sake, it's better on the Memorial Week. That's just the way it is.
Take us through a daily routine for you. And I know it's crazy, too. Monday through Wednesday, tournament days happen. You guys are making sure the golf course is ready to go. But once these guys are out and they're going, it's a little bit different. But what does a tournament day look like for you typically?
Well, right now here in the morning, I'm out with the processes, and I'm checking things and looking at data with the rules officials and with the agronomists on site. That's really into that today with the winds. But once we get through the morning wave, we go in, we have a little debrief with the captains and talk about what we're going to do midday, and then I have a few meetings. We go talk to the rules officials and just see how things are playing out and check on the guys that are setting pins. Talk about tomorrow, and it's just like anything else. Like last week I was thinking about this week. This week I'm thinking about the weekend, and then next week. And there's a lot of planning that goes on during the day, and then we go back out at 4:00 and do it all over again, and do a night shift and mow greens again, and get out of here probably 9, 10 o'clock, and get back here at 4.
Would you ever challenge any of the golfers when they hit a shot that they deem to be good, they see it bounce off, and then under their breath you may pick up some dog cussing of the greens and everything going on?
I had a member tell me, I think the greens are firmer when we play, and I said, that's true. We keep them firmer because they don't fix ball marks, and we got to make sure they don't make a ball. No, I'm kidding.
How do you get it back to, normal standard play? Because when membership comes back here next week.
Well, that's the nice thing. Our members expect close to these conditions, and it's a beautiful thing because we talk to our staff about, kind of being Disney World every day or Jack Ready every day, and this place should be special. When members bring their guests here, they should have a great time, and it's just the intensity of what we're doing, and we're faster and firmer right now, obviously, and we try to make it an enjoyable round, not a 6-hour round. So we'll get back to work next week, fluffing the rough up and start cutting it down and get to an acceptable height. But then speeds and firmness, our members expect something close to this throughout the year.
Absolutely, they do, and it's great all the way throughout the year. And if you have the privilege to come and play it, or just out here looking at it for the professional golfers, it's really remarkable. What's your grass like at home? I mean, I got some clover growing. What do I need to do to stay?
Come on, Beam. You got to spray it down.
I got a dog. He runs wild. I mean, it's not looking great.
It actually doesn't look bad. I was kind of surprised because I haven't done anything to it. April, I'll get a ring notification on my phone, and I'll look at who's at the door, and it's my wife, April, on the zero turn, and I didn't even know how to use it, but she's doing a great job with it. It looks pretty good.
You going to get her out here for all hands on deck sometime?
I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen.
Chad, we appreciate the time. Thanks for giving us some of your busy schedule here this morning. Knock it out of the park the rest of the week, and we'll check in again soon, all right?
Thanks, guys. Always good to see you.
Chad Mark, Superintendent, Muirfield Village Golf Club. We'll talk some Buckeyes next. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. Right now, no crashes on your Friday morning to let you know about, but we are watching busy traffic out in Dublin on 33 and on 161 out in New Albany. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steckerwald with your fan traffic.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and the playoff action is here. And there isn't a more rewarding sportsbook in the game than Tipico. Get ready to bet on the biggest games of the year, the playoff basketball, the hockey, the actions every night. You want to make the most of every game, you've got to bet with Tipico. You'll get up to 5% cash back on your bets. Claim your new sign-up bonus now and get $150 in protected bets when you deposit $100. Sign up now. Enter the promo code TheFan150 to get your bonus. Download the Tipico Sportsbook app today. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions do apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Bobby Carpenter here for Affinity Whole Health, the leader in the testosterone and hormone replacement therapy game. And weight loss too, that's right. Affinity offers semaglutide injections for weight loss in addition to their testosterone treatments so you can lose weight and build muscle. They customize a plan directly for you. They added peptides to my TRT. They've added semaglutide with my friend's testosterone, and the results are amazing. They're pumped about summertime and pool season, so check them out at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
When it comes to your roof, there's really one team to call, Newman Roofing. From the first call to the final nail, our team of professionals will be there every step of the way, answering any questions you have throughout the entire process. So give Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit us online at newmanroofing.com.
Hi, this is Ron Frost with Ohio Mulch, and we are proud to serve our customers for over 40 years, where our name means a great deal. So now it's time to drop those prices so you can save big. All bulk mulchers are now $10 off a yard. I told you, it's time to save. Visit us online at ohiomulch.com.
The Oilers and Panthers battle for Lord Stanley's jug.
Cup. It's a cup.
Sorry, I was thinking of the little brown cup.
No, that's a jug, not a cup.
Catch all the action on The Fan or ESPN Columbus on the Fan app.
Good job.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
I'm Kelly Burris, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. If you're a business owner, navigating through divorce presents unique challenges. You're thrust into a world where every penny you've earned is examined and your assets are on the line. These situations demand a tactical defense rooted in nuanced financial expertise. When your life's work is at stake, you need a partner who's as invested in your case as you are in your business.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
The Morning Juice is sponsored by Affinity Whole Health, the leader in testosterone and hormone replacement therapy. FeelGreatColumbus.com. The Fan.
A radio show hosted by two former football players, one slightly more successful than the other. You're listening to Morning Juice.
Out here live at the Memorial Tournament for round number 2, and our live broadcast from the Memorial are presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling and Orthopedic One. Chad Mark just popped by, superintendent out at Muirfield Village Golf Club. One of the all-time nice guys, Bob. Bunch of volunteers in, again, not only from throughout the entirety of the United States, all over the world, talking about New Zealand, some guys coming in for this. What I gathered from what he was saying with the winds and everything that's going to happen today, if you're going to go low today, if you're going to want to score in the morning, because these afternoon guys with wind and the firmness of the golf course, it seems like the afternoon may be a tough challenge for sure.
Yeah, what Chad say, the two toughest things for these golfers is the firmness and the wind. He goes, and I can only control one of them. So
Yeah.
We'll see what the wind does today, and those gusts are tough. I mean, because they change on you, they can change mid-swing.
Yeah. So,
depending on what they're going to do, club up, club down, trying to figure that out, sculpt their shot, you get a lot of wind in it. It can impact in a big way, Beam, and that's for someone who's not good like me. So
yeah, and these guys are the best in the world.
Yes, they know their distances better than anyone.
Always appreciate him popping by, man. One of the busiest guys out here, getting here way early in the morning and then leaving at night. So great stuff from him as always. Ohio State announced that it's going to open up its first 4 practices of the preseason. Last year,
it's 2.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Last year was the first 2 practices. This year, it's going to be the first 4. The first, second, third, and fourth day of August, you're going to have the ability to go watch the Buckeyes.
I think we're going to be out there for 2 of those days.
I can't confirm that, but that's also what I heard.
Well, they told us we had to be here and work that day, so August 1st, which is my birthday, and August 2nd, which is the day after, we will be out there. I think that is a Thursday-Friday combo.
It is.
For 2 of those. So going to be exciting, folks. Practices are in the morning, so we'll be out there at the beginning. We'll be probably finishing up as they're maybe getting to individual drills.
Yeah, and it said, Bob, each practice will begin at approximately 9:15. And then the gates are going to open around 8:30. So, we'll be done mostly with our show before practice starts.
Well, we'll get to watch the warm-up, get those guys going, walk through, see all that towards the last hour. So that's going to be really exciting, folks. You want to get out there, take a look and check that out, get some more Buckeye access and see what these guys are looking like.
Yeah, and it really is, too. I mean, I know that we talk about NIL a lot here on this show, and it's obviously been a huge talking point throughout the last couple of years, but you are really getting some pretty cool opportunities that you've never got to have before, right? I mean, you think about the lift coming up at St. John's on June 21st here in a couple of weeks. Just 2 weeks from now, I think, what is that, 1870 Society is putting that on.
Yep.
You can get your tickets there. You've never seen that before in the past. Last year, you only had 2 practices that were open up. This year, you get 4. It's really driven a lot of access to the program, which I think is great.
Yeah, people want to be involved and see more, and Urban was very tight with the program. Tress, a little bit of both. And Ryan, in this new day and age, it's important to market your program and market your players and everything that's going on, give exposure, have that connectivity to the fans. And Ryan's all about that. I give him credit. A lot of coaches, they get, nervous that everybody was so paranoid. I can't let them watch practice, this and that. I'm like, dude, people watch film. You think there's going to be people that are filming your stuff that's going to end out oh, look at this.
Connor Stallions.
Okay, exactly. They were filming your stuff anyway.
Yeah. Whether it was open to the public or not.
And all that crap, man. Maybe diving into the Exos and everything else. This is good, and I'm glad they're doing this. Ryan has been unbelievably accessible, and he's trying to make the program more accessible to connect with Buckeye Nation, which is what people want to see.
Now, you've obviously been through those practices, Bob. You're over at the Woody sometimes when they're going through these camp dates. What should we expect? What are the first 4 days of summer camp look like?
So early, first couple of days are acclimation. You're going to be jerseys and helmets. They'll ease into pads, and I think they'll have the first day of hitting hopefully in there as well, which will be a lot of fun. And it's interesting. Coaches, some of there's two schools of thought. Some people hate people there because it's like, well, I can't coach like myself, And then, I'm going to be honest. I mean, college football isn't for everybody. There might be some intense conversations that happen during practice. Yeah. Maybe voices being raised, but so coaches are like, I can't coach like myself because I don't want people to think that I'm, a raging a-hole. But conversely, on the other side of that, your players, and Ryan said this, this is a way to get guys prepared to, for games because, you're not in the shoe, but they're having, a couple 100,000 people, not a couple, hundreds or thousands of people.
Yeah, I
think
they said it's 750 a day.
Yeah, so 750 people.
It's not insignificant amount for a practice.
Nobody wants to get embarrassed in front of other people.
Yeah.
And so there's going to be crowd reaction with plays and everything else. So that's a big piece of it. And so it gets the intensity going.
I think when we were talking to Coach Day, not this last time that he was in studio with us, but I think they were just coming off a spring ball maybe, Bob, and they opened it up and it was Student Appreciation Day. And something that stuck out to me, because I asked him about it, I'm like, I know it's not walking into the horseshoe and nothing can replicate that, running out in front of 105,000 people. But it'll always stick in my mind. He goes, it got really competitive really fast.
Absolutely, because the guys don't want to be upstage, and people are filming it. It's going to be out there on social media all over the place. And so the guys are going to be amped up, and they're going to be ready to go. So, yeah, it's different. Even during spring ball when the coaches clinic comes through and all the coaches are there, and they're watching you, and, they're sitting there looking at everything. And it creates a way to kind of amplify the practices during camp. And especially early on, guys got a lot of juice. They're fired up. Get a chance to come in there and watch that. So that's going to be pretty exciting.
When you were playing, an acclimation period, we know they go from really no pads, Bob, just in helmets, and then they go kind of the shells, right? They'll go shoulder pads and then helmets, and then it'll be full pads, I think, for a day, and then they get into hitting. What's that feel like on the body when you haven't felt it since spring? You're kind of getting rolling here, and then that first day after hitting, I'm sure it's kind of like, all right, we're kind of back to the grind. My body just needs to get used to feeling this way.
It's probably like that first round of golf you play where you get over served beam, where the first day you're excited while it's happening. Mm-hmm. It's the next day that you really feel the soreness. So, your first day of hitting, you're like, man, you're juiced up, you're amped up, and you wake up the next day, you're like, oh my gosh, why does my neck hurt so bad? Why are my shoulders what's going on? Where did I get this bruise from on my arm? I don't remember getting hit there. And so all those things beginning to pop up. But yeah, that first day, you're feeling no pain. You're as fresh as the daisies. Mm-hmm. You look like this golf course out here, pristine. And then by the end of it, you look like a Muni parking lot in a grass.
Old Minerva Lake before
grass field in a rainstorm with people trying to pull out of there. That's how you feel at the end. All just rutted up and destroyed.
Do they still go out and do camp on the fields, or is it all at the Woody now?
I don't know if they're going to move around and do stuff. The last couple of years they've been at the Woody. They've gone to the stadium a little bit. They've gone to other fields. The problem is they've got the Woody fields. They're in such great shape. So to go somewhere else, that's something that for them, you risk getting on something that might be an inferior surface.
Yeah, for sure. So lots of good stuff coming up here. A lot of chances to see the Buckeyes. One NFL playoff team is going to look significantly different this season. That's next. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. Right now, no crashes to let you know about, but we're watching some lane restrictions out in Marysville on US 33 heading eastbound, just beyond State Route 245. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your fan traffic.
At the James at Ohio State, you're choosing the experts who understand there is no routine cancer, where your care is delivered by a highly specialized team dedicated to studying and treating just one type of cancer, yours. And where 1,700 scientists are working on new treatments and new hope for every form of cancer. All at the region's only comprehensive cancer center, designated by the National Cancer Institute. You didn't choose cancer, but the choice of where to treat it is clear. The James at Ohio State.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu.
Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Score free gifts for the greatest dad this Father's Day at Lowe's. Get a free Select Cobalt tool with your purchase of a 24-volt max battery 2-pack. And get a free Select Craftsman string trimmer or leaf blower with purchase of a Select V20 push mower up to a $149 value. Lowe's knows dads. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 6/12. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Attention weekend warriors. Fan Sports Saturday has moved to 10 a.m. Join Eric Reeser and Tyvis Powell as they dive into popular topics like the Buckeyes and Tyvis's liquid diet.
Saturdays from 10 to 1.
The Fan.
Legend has it, underneath the NJM insurance offices lies a mysterious room of long-forgotten, moldy mascot memorabilia. Often pitched by ad agencies, always rejected by NJM. Is it real? We may never know. But what is real is NJM's dedication to doing what's right for their customers. Astoundingly, they're proud to put policyholders first. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Learn more at njm.com.
Hey there, friends, it's Bo Bishop here, and I want you to picture this. Cannonballs into the lake, s'mores at the fire pit, sleeping under the stars. Well, that could be you when you visit my friends at RCD RV. RCD is having its summer open house, and you don't want to miss it. Huge RV savings all month long in June. New travel trailers as low as $14,995. The area's widest selection, over 600 new and pre-owned RVs in stock. Start your summer adventure at RCD RV. Visit one of the 3 Central Ohio locations or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Reggie was a nurse for 16 years.
I had become very burnt out. I wasn't making good money.
Then it happened.
There was an ad for My Computer Career, and it just spoke to me.
My Computer Career was the best decision he ever made.
I could study anywhere from my laptop, and I was working in the first couple of weeks of me being in class.
Reggie hit a home run.
The field is teeming with jobs.
Become an IT pro in just months with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
The school is amazing.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu. This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Today, look for sunny skies, highs in the upper 70s. Tonight, look for clear skies, lows in the middle 60s. And then as we head into your Saturday, expect partly cloudy skies, highs 77. Going into Sunday, it might be a little bit cooler. Look for mostly sunny skies, highs in the middle 70s. That's your latest forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Heading to work? Keep listening to the guys at the office.
Stream the show at 971thefan.com or download the Fan app.
This is Morning Juice.
Now, we here on The Juice are brought to you by our good friends over at Affinity Whole Health, the leader in testosterone and hormone replacement therapy. You can, of course, visit them on the line at feelgreatcolumbus.com, live out at the Memorial Tournament. Round number 2 about to begin here in an hour on what should be a terrific day out at Muirfield Village Golf Club. Sharky, let's do some quick hitters.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
All right, happy Friday to you, Shark. Are we going to see your smiling face out here today?
Absolutely. Absolutely you will, Beamsy. Be there probably by 11 o'clock this morning.
All right, perfect. That'll be great. We'll hang out, have a beautiful day out at the golf course.
I'll never even see you amongst the 50,000 people out there. Kellen Moore is the new offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. He held that job with the Chargers last season and with the Cowboys the prior 4 seasons. Moore replaces Brian Johnson, who is now with the Commanders. Philly quarterback Jalen Hurts admits it's not easy learning a new offense.
Been a lot of new inventory in, probably 95% of it being new. It's just been that process, and it's been a fun process. I think the goal coming in was to learn Kellen's offense and master it. And I think that's been a process, and I think by the end of it, I want it to be mine.
And, Bob, the way last season ended for the Eagles, they probably needed a new offense.
They got a new offensive coordinator. I believe they got a new defensive coordinator as well. I mean,
I think they cleaned house.
Yeah, there was worried that they were going to fire Nick Sirianni, and he had to make some tough moves. But when you do that, like, there's going to be a learning curve when you think about your quarterback, who Jalen Hurts isn't all that. Oh, it's like he's been in the league 10 years. It's
right.
What,
just signed that big contract extension before last year.
Yeah, fourth year or something, I believe, maybe fifth. But, learning a new offense, something that he was comfortable in, now transitioning over, that's always going to be, there's always going to be a process with that has to occur, and it's not always the easiest process sometimes. So, yeah, there's going to be a learning curve here, and instead of in the offseason, like, honing in on what you're supposed to do, I mean, I would say it's the difference between, like, practicing a language that you already know versus, like, sitting down and trying to learn a new language.
Oh, for sure. And, I mean, they're going to have to try and figure that out on the fly. And, too, a big piece, of their offense is going to be gone. Jason Kelce retiring, right? I mean, that guy's been a stalwart for forever on that offensive line. So I don't know if it's in the new offensive coordinator's bag to kind of keep up with the push-tush. I mean, they were so good at that, Bob. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. It's going to look different. I did find it fascinating, though, that remember the story back last year, Big Dom DeSandro, their head of security. Remember, he got ejected from a game, so then he got suspended by the league.
They promoted him, though, didn't they?
They did. They just promoted him. He is still the chief security officer, but he is also now game day, the coach of game day operations.
Game day enforcer, I think, is what they said.
Schlags is what he is. So, when he went away, because, again, there were reports last year that when he was gone, he kind of kept Sirianni in check. And so when he left the building, that Nick Sirianni got all fired up and started fighting with his players and started fighting with his coaches.
I like that.
So yeah, they may have lost a couple coordinators and rehired different ones, but at the same time, this guy gets a promotion, and I don't know. I don't know what's going to go on with Nick Sirianni, but it was looking great, and then it looked really bad at the end of last year. So I think he's going to be on a short leash if this does not turn out in his favor early and often at the beginning of next season.
Well, this is really exciting. For the first time in the history of quick hitters, we have a cricket story.
Yes.
I'm not talking about the little bugs either. If you are a cricket fan, you were probably on the edge of your seat yesterday for the thrilling match at the ICC T20 Men's Cricket World Cup 2024. At the end of 20 overs, whatever that means, the U.S. and Pakistan were tied with 159 runs apiece.
Is that a high-scoring game or a low-scoring game?
I don't know, Beam, but that set the match to a super over.
Ooh. Yeah, nice.
Which the U.S. won 19-13. Man of the match, Beam, was Mayank Patel, who scored 50 runs off 38 balls.
That sounds I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds great. Pakistan, I think, traditionally one of the world powers in cricket. So if we could, we took them down. That's great. I also saw, Shark, this was pretty great. I mean, you'll enjoy this. So the U.S. just beat Pakistan in the Cricket World Cup on one of the biggest upsets in the sport's history.
Right.
So that was great. Do you know who
So that's what you get for supporting the Taliban.
One of our top players is Sarab Netravalkar. I'm sorry for butchering his name.
No, you nailed
exactly.
it.
So he plays cricket for us. He's got a full-time job at Oracle. So, he's in Silicon Valley, living out there. He's a developer at Oracle. And then, on the side, he's taking down Pakistan in the World Cup. That's great. I don't know what any of the words you just used are. Overs and super overs. And
I think I saw him. He was in the show. Remember Silicon Valley Beam, where they started talking about, mean stroke rate and different things?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Average words a minute.
Yeah, all those things together, Beam. All that stuff, I think, if you can go tip to tip and figure that stuff out, he was doing that, and then he goes and dominates the world of cricket.
How about that? I love it. Good
Absolutely. That's the mind. That's what I'm painting in my head of what he does. That's tremendous, Shark. Now all we have to do is find a way to be good at soccer, and we'll dominate all world sports.
Well, if you're really good at cricket, you move up to grasshopper.
Well done.
The NFL has instituted new kickoff rules for 2024. It's kind of funny as I listen to these press conferences every day. Listening to the special teams captains and the coaches and the players, they aren't exactly sure what this is going to look like. But Ravens kicker Justin Tucker has been watching XFL kickers who already have the kickoff rules in place, and he noticed that kickers in the XFL are involved in 25% of the tackles. So Bob Tucker spent the offseason adding a few pounds.
Pumping weights, exactly. This is going to be, for people that don't follow this all the time.
Bob, it looks weird.
It does. You know what it looks like? That's how they call it mini field in practice. So you don't have to do a full run for kickoff because it just wears guys down. So if you want to practice 10 reps, you can't have the same guys just run back and run 80-yard sprints over and over. So you do a mini field, and so it's compressed. Height on the ball doesn't matter because guys can't move until the player catches it. So there's going to be a much different paradigm, and they've talked about having normal position players kick it if they can teach them to have a guy out there who's actually able to make a tackle in a more productive manner than your traditional kicker.
Yeah, it's going to be super weird, and the NFL wanting to go back with a kickoff being meaningful, and there was no way to do it with a traditional kickoff. So they're going to go from the stop set where the defending team, Bob, the kickoff team, can't
kind of
move.
like a set piece beam.
Yeah, they can't move until the receiver, the kick returner, has the ball. So, if you're good at baseball, and it's okay, I'm only going to start running baseball? On a pop fly as soon as you catch it. Okay, now go. That is going to be that situation. So, yeah, it's going to look super, super weird. It might be, I don't want to get too down on a Friday, but it might be the beginning of a sad summer for your Columbus crew. That's next. I know. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now, no crashes across your central Ohio roadways, but we are watching some lane restrictions out in Marysville. This is on 33 eastbound, just beyond State Route 245. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. BMI Federal Credit Union has been voted best credit union for the past 6 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks. Visit BMIFCU.org to learn more.
Low testosterone causes many issues, including low sex drive, bad sleep patterns, unproductive workouts, decreased energy, brain fog, and more. But many men just attribute these symptoms to aging and don't consider that there are medical treatments that can give them back their vigor and vibrancy. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, the leading men's sexual health practice in our area for treating low T. And if you're feeling like I just described, it's time for you to treat that low T. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating low testosterone. We've successfully treated many men for the condition and seen the amazing difference that those treatments can make in a man's life. If you're like most men with low T, within just a few weeks, your energy will return, that brain fog will disappear, your sleep will improve, as will your workouts, and your sex drive will be significantly enhanced as well. So call us and make a true life change. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 convenient locations, just off 270 in Hilliard and near the Medical Mile in Westerville.
Your roof took a beating from winter storms, spring rain, and sun damage. Call Legacy Roofing Services before that crack or seam becomes a major leak, costing thousands of dollars. Call Legacy today, 800-880-ROOF, 800-880-ROOF. Legacy Roofing Services.
Legend has it, underneath the NJM insurance offices lies a room of rejected mascot memorabilia. Is it real? No one knows. But we do know NJM is proud to put policyholders first. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free. with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit, hims.com/joy.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Mark Thesrock. The second round of the Memorial Tournament begins at 7:40 this morning with Adam Hadwin, the leader, after shooting a 666. He's one stroke ahead of Scotty Scheffler. PGA champion Xander Schauffele is among those tied for third at 4 under. Thanks to a homer and 2 RBIs from Jose Ramirez, the Guardians jumped out to a 3-1 lead over Kansas City in the 4th inning, but the Royals scored 2 in the 6th to tie and then 1 in the 8th to beat Cleveland 4-3. The Red Hot Reds have climbed out of the basement in the National League Central following an 8-4 win over the Cubs in Cincinnati. In fact, the Reds are now tied for 3rd place thanks to their 5th straight win and 10th victory in the last 13 games. In Game 1 of the NBA Finals at Boston, the Celtics led by 17 at the end of the first quarter, by 29 points in the second quarter, and cruised to a 107-89 victory over Dallas. Game 2 is Sunday night, also in Boston. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan.
I'm not sure our hosts understand what a scratch golfer is. So we're at the Memorial.
Sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling and Orthopedic One. The Fan.
Keep on swiping that card, baby. Keep on swiping that card. Charge it to winning. This is Morning Juice.
Hour number 2 of the program for us on a Friday. Brandon Bean, Bobby Carpenter, Sharky back in studio. Coming up momentarily as we are live out at the Memorial Tournament at Muirfield Village Golf Club. Executive Director of the Memorial Tournament, Dan Sullivan. He's going to hop on with us here from our live broadcasting location. We will talk all things going on in round number 2 and what to expect for the weekend here at the Memorial Tournament with him coming up momentarily. 7:35, Austin Ward. He's going to join the program. We'll talk some Buckeyes with him. And then at 8:35, no AJ today. He's traveling back from the soccer tournament, Bob? They're down at CONCACAF or whatever they were named. I know that they beat J.J. Watt's team, Burnley, yesterday. So that was pretty impressive. No AJ today. Pat Murphy, the Murph dog, he's going to slot in for AJ coming up here at 8:35. So busy final couple hours for us here on this Friday edition out at the Memorial Tournament. Sharky, let's hit a re-rack.
Keeping you informed about what's trending this morning. It's time for a little re-rack on Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Billiards Plus, your destination for top-of-the-line grills with up to 30-year warranties. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
I don't know about you. I had a great TV watching night last night. I was between the NBA Finals, the Women's College World Series, and then I was also watching the earlier broadcast of the Memorial Tournament. So I was all over the place last night, Bob. NBA Finals last night. It was a pretty good game. I mean, you want to talk about basketball being traditionally a game of runs. At one point, the Boston Celtics were up 29 points in the middle of the second quarter. I mean, just decimating the Mavs. And then all of a sudden, out of halftime, Mavs cut it down to 8. And then the Celtics kind of took back control. So the Celtics win game number 1 in the Garden in Boston. But it was a big game of runs last night.
Huge game of runs. And Boston getting it done and really controlling that. You felt like at halftime they tightened it up a little bit, Beam. They started stretching the third again. I'm like, all right, this is over. They don't have it. They're on the road. And the thing was, like, the way Kristaps Porzingis was playing.
What do you have, like 11 points in 11 minutes, I think?
Yeah, I mean, he was
leading scorer.
He came in and was lightened up, and it wasn't like, Luka was playing well early on, and they were down big just because the addition of Porzingis and what he was able to do. So kudos to him coming back. We'll see how they're going to adjust and if they can change it up to make sure that they can put themselves in position to try to steal one before they head back to Dallas. If not, then they've got to try to win 2 in a row, and that's going to be a tough spot for them.
Game number 2 coming up here on Sunday. Oilers at the Panthers, game number 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals coming up tomorrow. So all kinds of good stuff going on here this weekend as we enter the final kind of obviously stuff going on in the NBA and across the NHL. We are now joined live on set by Executive Director of the Memorial Tournament. He is Dan Sullivan. I know those headphones can be quite the hassle, Dan. Yeah, thanks for the time. Appreciate you giving us some of it. How's the week been for you? Weather? I know we were talking to Chad Mark a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
We were talking to Tom Sprouse. When you were looking at the weather last week, were you like scratching your head like, man, I hope we can replicate this again for this week?
I was looking at it, this would have been a perfect day out here. Chad and I look at it from two different ways. He's looking at the grass and making sure that it just doesn't get damaged and he can perform. And I'm looking at it from all the fans from our Pro-Am that we had on Wednesday and making sure we get it done, our honoree ceremony, and ensuring that all the things that we planned for all year we're able to do. And luckily we got them in all on Wednesday, and it's clean sailing here, it seems.
We had Anthony Gonzalez on yesterday talking about the program. How did that go off? I mean,
awesome.
Knows the weather was a little spotty, but it ended up being a pretty nice day.
Yeah, he was in the featured group too. It was tremendous. Workday is a great partner of ours, obviously, as a presenting sponsor, and they bring in a lot of their friends from the West Coast and around the country. And obviously, he and Peyton have a great relationship. So we got to play with who do you play with?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
You said Chris Pratt looked like he was having a good time.
He was having a blast.
A lot of fan interaction, if you will.
I saw him on 15, completely surrounded by people. I didn't know where Chris Pratt was, and all of a sudden he jumps out with a big smile on his face.
I saw, too, on Twitter last night. It looked like he was like back in California because it was palm trees. I'm like, I'm not sure if he's in Dublin anymore. I don't recant any palm trees around here. But he was like, guys, I chipped in on number 5. Can anybody send me that video? So it's this giant, like, everybody's trying to help Chris Pratt. Somebody find a video of him holing out on number 5.
That's awesome. He's a great guy. Really enjoyed being here. And Workday's a great partner in the fact that they want to bring in celebrities and their ambassadors who are athletes. Unfortunately, Steph couldn't be here because they just had another child. But he'll be back and
his running mate, Andre Iguodala,
out
here.
Yeah, he did. Absolutely. And Rob Lowe is here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. How about that? Steve Young?
Yeah.
We had them all. So it was a great day.
Well, that's tremendous. You set the weather up pretty nice. I know last week it was looking good. You pushed this back a week. Logistically, has there been any challenges with the movement of the dates?
Yeah, I'm honestly telling people about it, making sure they're educated. We actually had 3 people show up last Monday.
Wow.
And say, isn't the tournament going on today? Like, no, you were a week early. So because we were in that date for so many years, and we're looking forward to hopefully going back to that date at some point, because we were there for so long, it's just educating people what's going on and making sure that the schedule's tight for this year. And then we've introduced so many new things into our schedule for the week that we've spent a lot of time paying attention and communicating out there. Last night we had One Republic down at Kemba Live. Did a concert for Nationwide Children's Hospital. Had a great crowd there. It was all good.
I know that you guys do so many great things here during tournament week, not during tournament week as well, kind of in the lead up. Is there one thing that you're the most proud of that you see off here this week?
That's a great question. I'd say last night in this concert, because we plug it into the middle of the week, which is really hard to do for our staff. But we do it because our partners in NetJets and Workday want to make sure that it's part of the week, and we just kind of build on the excitement and the energy for the week. It's really hard to put on a concert downtown while you're running a golf tournament up here, but it's really worthwhile because it's all for Nationwide Children's. Probably had 4,000 people down there. It's just a really cool celebration, so we can be having this great event, world-class event out here in Dublin, but also execute something downtown in Columbus for the hospital.
Well, it's absolutely tremendous. And then we saw the Folds of Honor pins that were coming around. Tom was passing these out. What do we have here? What's going on with this?
So the PGA Tour partnered with Folds of Honor Foundation, which is a national foundation that supports families of fallen soldiers or those who are critically injured, as well as first responders, through education scholarships. So this gentleman named Lieutenant Colonel Dan Rooney started this 15 years ago, raised money to create scholarships for the families to go back to school so that they can move on with their lives. And been incredibly successful in raising money, And so the PGA Tour partnered up with Folds of Honor with the thought that every Friday, tournaments along the way, celebrate America, wear red, white, and blue, raise some money for scholarships in the local markets. So there will be 13 scholarships that are created through today's efforts. And
just today.
Wow. Yep. And so the idea is just to kind of celebrate America, celebrate the fact that we have these incredible people that serve our country, both through military and first responders, and have a good time doing it. Golf is a great platform to raise money. It's always been that way. And so we're just happy to be, frankly, the first tournament. We're the launch point for this effort. And so for the rest of the year going forward on the PGA Tour, there will be a Folds of Honor Friday throughout the country.
Well, that's terrific.
works out pretty well given D-Day was yesterday. So
Yeah,
I think
that's
there's
right.
80th anniversary, so a
Yes.
lot of momentum behind this. And that's why I thought it was coming
that
out.
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
yeah.
that's tremendous. So kudos to the tour and Folds of Honor. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty terrific. You said 13 scholarships, which
Yeah,
is
that's right. And so
pretty
they'll either go to
remarkable.
Ohio State or Capital, wherever they go within the state. Their scholarships will be used, and we're just proud to be able to partner with them and make sure that we kick it off in the right way.
What's your daily schedule look like out here? I know we were talking to Chad. He was like, yeah, yesterday a little bit. Like we were expecting a half-inch rain, got 1.9, so thrown into a little bit of a curveball.
Right.
So what's a daily run-up look like for you?
You know, it's just taking it on as it comes. Starting early with all the people who communicated overnight to us. Honestly, taking a lot, at this point in the tournament, taking care of all the partners out on the golf course. We've all these hospitality locations throughout the golf course, making sure that all these thousands of people that come in are happy. We've got 3,400 volunteers that go to work every day to make sure that this tournament's going in the right direction. Kind of communication through all them. And I will say, because we're our 49th year of playing this, it's a well-oiled machine. Everyone knows what they're doing. We're so fortunate to have a staff that's really tenured, that have been here for a long time. All these volunteers have been here for years over years, and they know what they're doing. They know the expectation behind their work, and frankly, they go and do it. And then we inevitably, there are issues every single day, and we just kind of react to what those issues are and try to make sure that we're paying attention to them and rectify them as best we can. And then on the player side, and the caddies and all their support team. All these players now have support teams, right? They got the physio, they got the mental coach, they got the
TrackMan guy.
Yeah, they got everyone.
Everybody.
They got them all, and just taking care of that whole little, what I call a little ecosystem, and making sure that they're getting what they need. So when they're going to go out to perform, they've got everything that they need in order to play as well as they can.
So, one of the other elements here, we've got the first year, the digital ticketing.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, it's gone really well.
Going pretty smooth?
Yes. We have two really capable guys, and Ryan Beach and Matt Kill, who actually, one came from the crew and one came from the Blue Jackets, who extremely skilled in Ticketmaster. And to do one thing for 48 years the same way and all of a sudden have to switch, it took 18 months to try to figure out how to get it right. Educate people, make sure that our systems are in the right place, and make sure people know how to download their tickets. And so the good news is today, it's been great. We've had issues along the way, but they've figured out what those issues are, and they've fixed them along the way. We have a number of people from the Blue Jackets here over the weekend to be at the gates because they deal with it every single day. And so if somebody has a problem, we kind of put them off to the side, make sure that an expert's there to help them navigate in their phone to figure out where that ticket is, to pull it out and then scan it. So I think we've thought through the system really well, and it's reacting well, and I think we're in great shape.
I mean, it looks great. I had no problem getting in this morning. I know that my wife's coming in today, too, so she's super excited.
Well, they just let you in, Beam.
Well,
I mean, you know everybody.
You're right about that, but I didn't have. I know you got a hard time at the gatehouse, maybe by my command.
Of course.
Was telling the gatehouse
This year?
attendant to give Bob a hard time.
Well, yeah, it's every when Beam knows everybody out here. This is
so. Fred gave you a hard time.
Oh yeah, he's a good
I love
guy.
it. Oh, he's great.
I was just happy because all the different venues, so it's not just a ticket to get in,
Yes.
but all the different areas.
That's it. That's right.
And so the downloading of all the tickets, and I had two then that hadn't come in yet, and I was working through. It was the Nationwide Children's Tent.
Yeah.
Thankfully, last night I was like, okay, I finally got the last two in here that I needed to get all that worked out. And I mean, I'm not the youngest guy in the world, but I like to think that I'm fairly adept at some technology. So, there's always going to be some
No doubt.
issues in the first
No doubt.
year. But, you look, Ohio State does this now.
Yes.
I mean, the Blue Jackets. There's a proliferation of it kind of throughout sports. So I think I can see where it makes sense. And I know for people who have to drop off badges and mail them out, they were all happier for just being able to send a text or an email as opposed to trying to courier everything everywhere.
Yeah, I think in the end what we're going to find out is that the tickets, which we want tickets to be used. I think we're going to see more use out of the tickets than we used to see because it's easier to transfer them, to your point, right? As opposed to having to drive somewhere and drop it off. We loved our physical ticket. We loved the fact that we had branding on it and people collected them. And what we're going to do after the tournament is communicate to our buyers that they have a chance to, if they want to send us a note, we'll send them a commemorative badge after the tournament.
Oh, that's fantastic.
People have been collecting these things for years, and so we'll have the same badge, what it looked like over the years, but we're going to just do it as a commemorative after the tournament.
That's fantastic, and I know to your point, like some people do that. They collect the badges, and it's been almost 50 years that they've been coming out here to each and every one, and they've got them at home. Where are you going after this? I know your day doesn't stop with us.
I'm going to go Tom Bosco on Channel 6 out at the Outpost, and then we'll start easing into the day. The guys start playing at 7:40, so I'll go see the first group off, and then, as I said, just take it as it comes. Because it comes fast.
We appreciate the time.
Thanks for being out here, guys.
Thanks for giving us some of your busy morning. We appreciate you for popping by. It looks to be a great day here and a great weekend setup.
Enjoy all of it.
Thanks for everything you do, and thank the volunteers too. 3,500 strong, which is pretty remarkable. Great stuff out of him. Dan Sullivan, executive tournament director here out at the Memorial Tournament. College football fans, pour one out for New Year's Day. That's next. Morning Juice right here on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. No crashes to let you know about, but we're watching lane restrictions out in Marysville on 33 eastbound, right near State Route 245. Other than that, everything moving along with no issues. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Glow Fiber. Glow Fiber Business is now in Ohio. With prepackaged and customized fully fiber optic business internet solutions, call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiberbusiness.com today.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. And look at you, hands perfectly placed on the wheel, not like the driver to the right of you who's really going after that drum solo. Save with DriveWise and the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
If you're about to get engaged or ready to walk down the aisle, your true love deserves a true jeweler, the Diamond Seller. As a true jeweler, we not only have designer collections to meet your bridal needs, but we also have talented in-house designers who can create something truly one of a kind. Visit the Diamond Seller today.
This Friday and Saturday only, get a $10 coupon when you spend $100 or more in store. Coupon printed at checkout. Start redeeming next week. Fresh items are delivered daily, and there's easy pickup and delivery. Plus, pay the same low Meijer price and save even more with M-Perks when you shop in-store, online, and with every qualifying prescription filled at the Meijer Pharmacy. With so much under one roof, Meijer is the first and only stop you'll need. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in the Meijer app.
When I'm not voicing Wendy's ads, I'm gaming. I stay up and fueled because Wendy's delivers late.
Are you recording a Wendy's ad? Come on!
Got 'em. Whatever you're up for, we're down. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Delivery Late Night. Open till midnight or later.
Hours and delivery availability may vary.
Don't miss the Jeep Make This the Summer event, where right now, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2024 Jeep Compass Limited 4x4 for $379 a month for 42 months with $3,836 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Extra charge for miles over 35,000. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 7/1/2024. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Sundays are time for brunching with your favorite people. And when they don't invite you, listen to us instead. Fan Sports Sunday with Tito and Devere Posey.
Sunday morning starting at 11.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Have you ever called a company and after hanging up the phone, felt a little nervous on who exactly they might be sending to your home? It's a common worry and one that we all face at some point. Well, when it comes to your roof, there's no need to worry because the Newman Roofing team has you covered. Our team of professionals arrive on time in marked company vehicles, and you'll always be greeted with a friendly, warm smile on their face. Our experts take the time to thoroughly educate you on the findings of your home, not only fixing your roof, but ensuring you understand every step of the process, giving you the peace of mind you deserve. That's why Newman Roofing has been the most trusted roofing company in Central Ohio for the last 32 years, and counting. So, whether you need a small repair or full replacement, call the company you can trust. Newman Roofing at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm getting married today.
You may now kiss the bride.
I'm also a firefighter and first responder. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, You're also making sure I can get to my wedding ceremony to start the next chapter of my life.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. Let's all give them room to work. When you see flashing lights, remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Today we're tracking lots of sunshine out there. Should be a beautiful start to your day. Cool, crisp air, low humidity, going 77 for the high today. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 78. And then Sunday, looking at mostly sunny skies, highs in the upper 70s. That's your latest weather update on 97.1 The Fan.
FanDuel is the exclusive online sportsbook partner of Morning Juice. Just sign up at FanDuel.com/juice. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Here's a list of undisputed facts. Beamer is round, Shark was a swinger, and no one derails a show like Bobby Carpenter. No one. This is Morning Juice.
It's almost pool season. Check that. It is pool season. A little chilly today, but it's time to go see my folks over at Affinity Health, the leader in the testosterone hormone replacement therapy industry. They're not just here to optimize your T levels. They're here for weight loss as well. That's right. Affinity can help you lose weight and alleviate the symptoms that come with low T. They offer semaglutide injections for weight loss in addition to testosterone treatments, so you can say goodbye to low energy, low libido, and hello to weight loss and muscle gain. You can wear tank tops on McAfee while he's talking about it, or cruise around with me here, maybe shirtless at the Memorial Beam. I didn't ask Tom if that was appropriate or not. Maybe we'll have to ask.
I'm sure he's seen it.
Well, I mean, you can get anything out here. At the Phoenix Open it is, but walking is optional there. But go check them out at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's Affinity at feelgreatcolumbus.com.
All right, so it's going to be a great day here at the Memorial Tournament. One of big thanks to Dan Sullivan for stopping by in the 7 o'clock hour, last segment, and Chad Mark for stopping by in the 6 o'clock hour.
Tom Sprouse dropping off these sweet folds
Tom
of valor.
doing a great job. Chef Steven pulled in earlier, Bob, before you were here. Got to talking to him a little bit. He's like, all right, sweet, we'll bring some stuff by for you. You guys are going to be good to go. I mean, these guys are just running around like crazy. Like you heard Dan said, 3,500 volunteers here this week, Bob. And that's just for like the golf tournament operations. That's not even including Chad's volunteers that he's got on the greenskeeping side.
So
of
there's 80 or 90 folks out there with his team.
Yeah.
And like the 100 people they said showed up last Monday ahead of time, a week in advance.
I don't blame them, too. I mean, it did feel like it should have been the Memorial Tournament on Monday. So a lot of good stuff here. Golf happening this morning at 7:40 a.m. Is your first tee time. So just about a little under 20 minutes away from getting going. Victor Perez, Chris Goddard up on the first tee at 7:40. Right after them,
Goddard, don't even know her.
Alex Noren, and then Christian Bezuidenhout at 7:50, and then your 8 o'clock tee times. Thomas Dietrich and Austin Eckroat at 8 a.m. Before your leader, Adam Hadwin, actually goes off at 8:10. So your leader of the Memorial Tournament after round number 1 going off here in about 50 minutes or so off of the first tee.
Do you think if I get Schlegs out here to tackle Adam, it might give him some PTSD from the Canadian Open?
I think he might feel better about it.
Loosen him up a little bit?
Yeah.
That's right.
Maybe if he ends
up... You don't belong out here.
If he ends up winning it, I wonder if Jack will charge down from the hill.
I don't know. I think Jack's best charging days might be behind him. You know,
I don't know. He's still sprightly.
Oh, he's got. Listen, he's still
standing up on the hill, Bob. Downward motion. I mean, you'd be able to smoke Hadwin, I feel like, if he ends up winning this thing.
Absolutely. We'll see. I mean, it's.
And he goes off in the morning, which is a big advantage compared to what the afternoon's going to play.
It's going to be windy, and it's beautiful right now. Though the sun's coming out. Watch the world wake up. They'd be out there. Oh, yeah, got some guys over there banging balls on the range. But, folks, I'm telling you, if you've never been to the Memorial Tournament out here, it is a gorgeous place. It's a gorgeous course, wonderful setup. And you're not getting any better weather than this in Ohio. This is a pristine weekend. And I know kids have sports tournaments and everything else. So Friday is usually like the preeminent day to come out here. take off some work in the afternoon if you're working this morning.
That's
get
not
some stuff
important
done.
today.
Well, that's why I pushed everything into yesterday for me.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to make sure, like, hey, when Friday happens, I will be ready to go. And so got out here. After we were here, hung out a little bit, Beam, did what I needed to do, swung home. I picked up my kids, made sure I got that done. I had XM from 3 to 6, so I had to get done to do that to get that done. And then in between there, drove down to Lancaster and did a great little event at the Fairfield County, Ohio Workforce Center. Our Carpenter and Freeland team hired 9 folks out of their apprenticeship program. Yeah, so it was like their signing day. And so talking to them about that.
Big-time booms, commits?
Yeah, some booms, commits. It was awesome. They've been working with us.
Pantone firing off tweets.
Yeah, fires. I mean, the little fire emojis, explosion emojis, everything else. I think they actually had the Adam, when he got tackled, the boom in there. Why not? We're going to get it done. So all that. But, yeah, it was good. So I had to rush back. And it's like, gosh, yesterday when I got done, oh, by the way, then I had to weed whack my yard. And I got a little workout in.
Good for you.
By about 8 o'clock, I was eating some chicken parm thinking, okay, it felt like Ice Cube. Today was a good day.
Yeah.
Put that in the bag. Tomorrow is going to be a great day and a fun day as well. So
fun and drama.
That's
what more could you ask for?
What did I ask? We had 2 different stories that I wanted to tell. We have
a
Larry Allen
Poison Ivy and a Larry Allen story.
By the way, Chops. So Chops isn't here because of his Poison Ivy.
Is he here today or is he not here today? Do we
he's
have
still
any answers
battling
on that?
Poison Ivy. We're not sure.
Okay.
I mean, they do have stuff for that. And so he's like complaining he has on his face. So I was telling you and Bo this yesterday that I've always done my own yard work. I mean, there's people out there that will try to say that they're a man of the people. I mean, if you're not doing your own yard work, you're not truly a man of the people. And even if you have your kids, they're doing it. And doing some of it. You don't have to do it all, but we do it all at our house. Get the mulch beam. We get that by the truckload.
Yeah. Our yard, Bob, is probably like 1/8 of yours, but we do ours ourselves too.
My yard's like 1/1000th of my parents growing up, so this is still much easier there. But we have a lot of flower beds. But I've turned over the mowing for the most part to the kids. I'll still weed whack. I told my son I was like 14. I was like, buddy, I'm gonna teach you how to do this so you can get proficient at it. So I had some weed whacking to do yesterday. But when I was in Dallas, I didn't have any kids. My last year at RJ, he was just born.
Okay.
So no help at all. And there, you got to mow your grass like 9 months a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to water it so it grows fast.
Yeah,
it's
living
hot.
season's long.
Oh, it's crazy. We all had fences, stay in the fences. I take care of the pool and all this stuff. I'd mulch everything. And all my teammates would make fun of me. Like, why are you doing that? Well, I get home from practice. I'll do some of this stuff, get it done. And I was pulling some weeds and some vines. During the end of training camp. Training camp was over. It was before the last preseason game. We're playing the Minnesota Vikings, and it's a Tuesday, and we had a bunch of linebackers injured, and they go, hey, we were going to sit you. We don't have anyone else that knows what the hell's going on out here.
Yeah.
We need you to be at least in the first half and make the calls, and maybe into the third. After that, whatever. I'm like, I get it. Team thing, we'll do it. And so it's Wednesday. The game is Thursday maybe, so it's probably Tuesday. I wake up. I'm like, oh gosh, I'm playing, and my eyes are burning after during practice. Sweat's coming down. I'm like, gosh, that
doesn't feel like a normal.
Yeah,
burn.
I'm like, and that's why I wouldn't wear sunscreen. I wear long sleeves, so I wouldn't get like sunscreen in my face. So I go home, I shower up, all good. Next day, I wake up, my eyes swollen shut. I was like, oh my gosh, I have like pink eye. Like, what's going on? And I get in there and like, dude, you got poison ivy. It's like all up your neck, all in your face. And then I hear, and they're like. So I turn away and they hit me with some sort of steroid injection. Like, you'll be good. I'm like, the practice
I
just walk through like
steroid boom.
Yeah,
right in the neck.
100%.
Like the
adrenaline shot. But I realized like I would always do my yard work and then jump in the pool because it's like 95 degrees. Yeah. So shower off. And then my wife that day must have pulled me. We started talking to a neighbor. Next thing you know, like we're hanging out. 2 hours pass. And I don't shower till like right before bed, so I didn't have the time to like immediately flush stuff off. So I'm sitting here thinking like, Chops, dude, I went through a full football practice, played a game with that, and you're telling me you can't sit here on your conch and talk into a mic out in this beautiful weather? It's not even hot and sweaty. You want to talk about itchy, dude? I'll give you 100 degrees with some nice humidity and a helmet on you, and the sweat just pouring through that thing.
Grass on your face.
I would have taken a freaking weed whacker to my eye, like my
probably
forehead.
Feel better.
Oh, it's terrible. So yeah, Chops, get with the program. What are we doing?
It's 7:30. It is a Friday. Our good friend Austin Ward, he is going to join us coming up next. Morning Juice right here on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. Right now, no crashes across central Ohio to let you know about, but out in Marysville, we are watching some lane restrictions on 33 eastbound, right near State Route 245. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steckerwald with your Fan traffic.
Men, this is Jeff, and I'm one of the owners of Tri-State Men's Health, where we treat men's sexual health issues here in our area. I say our area because I'm from here, and I'm proud that the practices in the Tri-State region are leading the charge against erectile dysfunction, low testosterone, and other conditions that affect a man's sexual well-being. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in dealing with these problems. For ED, we have a variety of treatment options and treatment combinations that if you're like most men, you will get your sex life back. And I can say this with all confidence as we have the protocols that work in well over 90% of cases. If you're suffering with the fatigue, low sex drive, bad sleep, brain fog, and other symptoms of low testosterone, our treatment plans are highly effective with most men seeing significant changes in just a few weeks. So call Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 convenient locations, just off 270 in Hilliard and near the Medical Mile in Westerville. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. It is almost that time for Columbus's biggest golf event of the year.
Yep, the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino is giving away all sorts of prizes for their Memorial Wager and Win drawings on Thursday, June 6th at 6 p.m.
When?
Thursday, June 6th at 6 p.m.
You can win fabulous prizes like Memorial Tournament tickets, golf clubs, and more now until June 6th.
Must be 21 years or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Ready to be the change and have a positive impact on your community? Consider joining the Columbus Division of Police. Starting pay is $70,000 plus, growing to 6 figures after 4 years of service. We offer paid vacations, paid holidays, and health insurance. Do you aspire to complete your degree? We offer 100% tuition reimbursement after you complete your first year of service. Contact the CPD recruiting unit at jobs@columbuspolice.org or apply online at columbus.gov/government/jobs. The City of Columbus is an equal opportunity employer.
Rothman and Ice.
It was kind of the vibe Clemson was giving off a few years ago, and it's been kind of like a flat Sprite. You got the taste of Sprite, but it don't have that carbonation anymore.
Rothman and Ice, weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan.
With Tim Hortons 2 hot breakfast sandwiches for $6 deal, you can mix and match your favorites. Mix and match between savory sausage or naturally hickory smoked bacon. Mix and match between an English muffin or flaky biscuit. Any 2 served with a freshly cracked egg and melted cheese. You can even mix and match how you share it. 1 for you, 1 for them, 2 for them, or 2 just for you. There's no wrong way to mix and match this tasty deal. 2 breakfast sandwiches for just $6. It's time for Tim's. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Single item at regular price. Modifications and tax extra. Additional terms apply.
Thinking of popping the question? Diamonds Direct has an offer you can't miss. This month only, buy a natural diamond engagement ring of 1 carat plus and receive a free natural 1 carat diamond tennis bracelet valued at $2,000. Imagine giving her the ring of her dreams and her wedding gift all at once. No one provides education, selection, and value like Diamonds Direct. Your chance to get a free tennis bracelet from your friends at Diamonds Direct won't last long. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. Save $40 on select 5-gallon HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams paint, like Weather Shield, Showcase, or ceiling paint. Plus, save $10 on drywall PVA primer and get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offers valid through 6/14. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
I need directions for paying down debt.
Starting route. Apply for a SoFi personal loan and consolidate your debt into one fixed payment. Turn right into a positive outlook and get $5,000 to $100,000 as soon as the same day you sign with no fees required.
Got it. You could get out of high-interest credit card debt with a SoFi personal loan. View your rate at SoFi.com/debt in 60 seconds with no impact to your credit score. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions at SoFi.com/debt. NMLS 696891.
Morning Juice is sponsored by Affinity Whole Health, the leader in testosterone and hormone replacement therapy. Feel great, Columbus.com. The Fan.
What's the going rate for a good babysitter? Also, Shark needs a raise. You're listening to Morning Juice.
Brandon Beam, Bobby Carpenter, Mark the Shark, Friday edition of the program. We are live out of the Memorial Tournament. Sharky is back in studio, and he's going to help us talk to the commish.
A guy who considers himself the mayor of Laramie, Wyoming, who holds the shuffleboard record at the Ranger, and most impressive, the commissioner of the Central Ohio Two-Man Scramble League. Here's Austin Ward.
And Austin is brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss as we head out to the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. A-Dub, happy Friday to you, buddy. You coming out to the Memorial Tournament today?
I believe I will swing by the village after Liberty gets done with her golf camp this morning, day 5 of that. A big putting competition that she's got on tap. I think she'll want to go watch a little golf after that.
It's perfect. She's going to get the fever. Now, I have an important question for you. We know that the Ridge, beautiful Ridge out in Marysville, is the home of the Central Ohio Two-Man Scramble League. We just talked to Memorial Tournament Executive Director Dan Sullivan. If we ran that up the flagpole, Austin, for us to get it out here at Muirfield Village, would you take that?
I think we'd be open to having an event out there. Yeah, without question. But our major has been booked for the Ridge Golf and Gardens Beam, and that is you're in the field, right? I mean, July 6th, bright and early. Talked to my guy Justin out there this week. We are set up for that. But if Muirfield would like to extend some invitations, because I've never got to play there. I've never got to be in any of the media events, as we talked about a couple weeks ago. We would certainly be open to staging an illustrious event out there on those hallowed grounds as well. But it wouldn't replace the Ridge Golf and Gardens in our hearts. But we maybe our minds could be changed every other way.
So, oh my goodness, we got another spread of food coming out here, Austin. It's good that you're not here because there's. I mean, this is decadent at its best. Oh, Chef Steve, thank you so much. This is
Chef Steve and Chef Nate taking care of us out here.
This is beautiful. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
You guys are ridiculous. I could have been there the whole time.
If you would have saw the
you got invited out here and you didn't take us up on it.
That's not true.
No, this is illustrious.
Don't spread lies.
No, this is tremendous. So we got some delicious steak and eggs right here and a little pastry spread. Oh, yeah, you're going to get a picture of this.
Live on
Austin,
air.
Live on air. There we go. How was camp yesterday? We head back out with the guys?
Yeah, it was. There were about, it felt like maybe 100 fewer campers out there for Ohio State on Thursday, Bob. So it was, not quite as busy maybe as Wednesday was, but I think it was another good day. I know there was one of the best defensive linemen in the country was out there, so he was drawing a crowd. The tight ends have had a good run this week where I think maybe they're going to have like 7 of the top 15 tight ends in the country come camp this month. So that's been a key position. Tavian St. Clair was also back on campus yet again, throwing with Nate Roberts. So a couple of commits, and then Ohio State's quarterback commit on campus. So it was a nice day. It wasn't like a crazy circus, as sometimes those camp days can be, but it was a nice one. There was a lot of intrigue on the offensive line as well. So it's been a good couple of days, and then you see the current Buckeyes who all want to be out there and have they just how much they love ball because they're not even really camp instructors and they're not being paid to be there like some guys used to be in the past. They just want to be around and help out some of these younger guys out there on the field. It's really cool to see all of that. So it's been a good week for the Buckeyes, and it's been good to get back at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center.
So let me ask you this, Austin, because I saw a picture of Tavian St. Clair. Is there a worry that there will be a battle for him now? Because I saw James eyeing him up to maybe bring him over to linebacker.
It's remarkable. I mentioned this to Burnham and Bill yesterday, Bob. I remember being really blown away a year ago at this time when Tavian St. Clair camped and comparing, he sprouted up and I don't know how much weight and strength he gained, but I know he added 3 or 4 inches of height. It's from 2 years ago to last year to now, you're just watching in real time this physical maturation before he gets to college, and it's really kind of remarkable to project that forward for what that looks like for him. Ohio State was right about what this kid could become, it looks like. And, he doesn't have pads on or anything. He wasn't facing a pass rush. He didn't even stay for the full camp yesterday because his little brother had to get up to another camp at Youngstown State on Thursday. But he wants to be around this program so much. That's a big deal when you have an in-state quarterback who can, pop down easily. If he wants to see somebody, wants to throw with somebody, needs to recruit somebody, and help out. Like, Tavian Sinclair is a really, really valuable piece of the puzzle here for Ohio State.
He is Austin Ward with us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Austin, we were talking earlier on in the 6 o'clock hour just about some of the dates that are now open for fans. We've gone round and round and round and talking about some of the issues with NIL, but really what it's doing, I feel like, kind of at a local fan base level, it's giving you more access than we have ever gotten before, kind of behind the scenes with what's going on. First 4 August camp dates open for fans to come in. You have the lift over at St. John's Arena coming up here in a couple of weeks' time. Like, you're getting more access than you've ever given before as a fan to this program.
I think it's critical, Beam, that if you're going to ask fans to engage, and look, maybe some of this will change in 2 or 3 years' time with revenue sharing, although there's no downside to doing things like this. It only helps. Ohio State fans are the most passionate in the country. We know that. It's the largest fan base in the country. They're going to draw the most eyeballs for every broadcast that they get this fall. Like, all those things are true, but a little goodwill gesture never hurt anybody. And I think that some of the connection here, Ohio State does a decent job always with media opportunities, but they are not even close to the most open program in the country when it comes to viewing practices. And once you get into the season, they're one of the more restrictive really around. So that when you want fans to give money and you want them to help pay with collectives, and you also have a year with a lot on the line, letting the fans engage and get to know the personalities, the coaching staff, and these are really great players. We make that point a lot, and Bob and I have talked about this. It's not just lip service. These are really, really fine human beings. And I think having an opportunity for fans and kids to be around them pays off way more in the long run than just closing everything down and hoping everything will be okay and that the fans will remain the passion. When there's so much to compete with, really, for everyone's attention now, it's the other thing is just being front of mind and giving opportunities to be there is significant for your fans.
Absolutely, it is. So what's the schedule for next week? Similar to this week? And, when Burn was talking, we got some OVs coming up this week, official visits. So what do the next, 6-7 days look like?
Yeah, the transition away from camps, then right to official visitors coming in over the weekend. And then they've got Monday off, the coaches. Quote-unquote off. They don't have a camp. I believe the camp schedule is Tuesday and Thursday next week, Bob, and then a 7-on-7 day on Wednesday. So then the coaches will be volunteer officials, I think, for that camp opportunity on Wednesday. I know that Mike Seleni was really excited to start counting, 1, 2, 3, and be a referee on Wednesday. He was already just stoked for that, telling me about that on Thursday when we were leaving the Woody. So more camps coming, more visitors coming. I think there's probably a good chance that you're going to start seeing a lot. A lot. You'll see a number of commitments throughout this month. That could start once these guys start getting back on campus. I think there's a few candidates for that. So it's a busy time of the schedule. It's not training camp, it's not the season, but the current players are in there working out, and then you have a lot of recruits and prospects coming through the doors of the Woody. So it feels like the season is getting a lot closer, and some of that buzz is building for the Buckeyes right now, Bob.
Austin, always appreciate the time. Thanks for hopping on with us here this morning. Have a great day at golf camp, and we will see you out here at the Memorial Tournament a bit later on, all right?
Can't wait. See you guys.
There he goes. Austin Ward with us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Whole heck of a lot to be juiced about on this Friday. We do that next. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. Right now, no crashes across central Ohio to let you know about, but out in Marysville, we are watching some lane restrictions on 33 eastbound, right near State Route 245. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steckerwald with your Fan Traffic.
Save $80 on select sets of Ford Nokian tires at AAA Car Care Plus. Not a member? Not a problem. Everyone can save $80 on Nokian tires through June 15th at AAA Car Care Plus locations. See store for details. Attention HVAC contractors. For nearly a century, R.E. Michaels' contractor-first approach has built trust and true partnerships with contractors across the country. Now their exclusive brand, AirTemp, is available to you and delivers homeowners the best value in home comfort. AirTemp equipment is manufactured to the highest standards and is known for quality, reliability, and value. Come visit your local R.E. Michael branch today or visit remichael.com to learn more.
For roof leaks and roof replacements, call Legacy Roofing Services, Central Ohio's commercial roofing leader. Legacy Roofing Services, ranked in the top 100 roofers in America. Call Legacy today, 800-880-ROOF, 800-880-ROOF. Legacy Roofing Services.
Hey there, friends, it's Bo Bishop here, and I want you to picture this. Cannonballs into the lake, s'mores at the fire pit, sleeping under the stars. Well, that could be you when you visit my friends at RCD RV. RCD is having its summer open house, and you don't want to miss it. Huge RV savings all month long in June. New travel trailers as low as $14,995. The area's widest selection, over 600 new and pre-owned RVs in stock. Start your summer adventure at RCD RV. Visit one of the 3 Central Ohio locations or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
If you're about to get engaged or ready to walk down the aisle, your true love deserves a true jeweler, the Diamond Seller. As a true jeweler, we not only have designer collections to meet your bridal needs, but we also have talented in-house designers who can create something truly one of a kind. Visit the Diamond Seller today.
Ah, the sweet sounds of spring. Baseball, birds, and the glorious hum of a freshly tuned AC system. Don't sweat it. Call the Waterworks Heating and Cooling Team, 614-333-9720, or schedule service on our website. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better AC.
Common Man and T-Bone.
Man's got to know his limitations. Man, you okay over there?
Yeah.
You need me to rub on it?
Oh, I need a rub.
You need me to suck on your toes?
You're damn right.
Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company.
Weekdays 3 to 6 on The Fan.
Ready for an amazing deal? BreezeLine's fiber-powered internet, starting at $19.99 per month, offers the reliability you deserve and security you can trust. Whether you're streaming, gaming, or working from home, we've got all your needs covered with speeds up to 1 gig and our 2-year price lock guarantee. This deal gets even better with 2 free months of internet, free equipment, and free Wi-Fi your way to protect against cyber threats. Act now. Terms and conditions apply. Offer expires July 8th, 2024. Learn more at breezeline.com.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist?
You don't say.
Oh, I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Something amazing is happening at work. Innovative tools are helping people do better work. That's because CDW configuration specialists are multiplying productivity with Microsoft Windows 11 Pro Surface devices. Built-in security, flexibility, and simplified management streamline tasks so your team can get more done. Microsoft and CDW make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/surface.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Today, look for sunny skies, highs in the upper 70s. Tonight, look for clear skies, lows in the middle 60s. And then as we head into your Saturday, expect partly cloudy skies, highs 77. Going into Sunday, it might be a little bit cooler. Look for mostly sunny skies, highs in the middle 70s. That's your latest forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
In high school, Bobby was a district swimming finalist. Also, Beamer still wears floaties. This is Morning Juice.
We here on The Juice are brought to you by our good friends over at Affinity Whole Health, the leader in testosterone and hormone replacement therapy. You can, of course, visit them on the line at feelgreatcolumbus.com. Sharky, right now, let's get juiced.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Friday, Bob, Memorial Tournament, round number 2 underway about 10 minutes ago on the first tee out at Muirfield Village Golf Club. What's got you juiced today, buddy?
Oh, goodness. This delicious spread that Chef Steven brought out.
Chef Steven, Chef Nate taking great care.
Oh, they're amazing. And yesterday we had the burritos and the parfaits. Today, the steak. The eggs over easy, some hash browns, some delicious toast, pastry deal, all that stuff there got me juiced up. Big weekend this weekend, obviously out here today. Cleared the whole schedule yesterday to make sure I got everything done, moved stuff around so that I could be here, enjoy the day. Awesome time yesterday down there at Fairfield County Ohio Workforce Center. It was awesome. Their trade school down there. So we brought 9 students in there. Their signing day, so got a chance to speak to that, to the Carpenter and Freeland team. So very, very excited about that element. And then this weekend is going to be big. Beautiful out here today. Excited to hang out. Pumped about that. Got swim meet for my son today. Got some lacrosse tournaments this weekend. Got some dinners. Going to go out dinner with my boy Cam, as you mentioned, on Wednesday. I turned 35. So, yeah, get some dinner with him, hang out with some friends. And then I'm going to go up Sunday to see my brother in Grand Rapids. So really excited with that. And I'll be off Monday because I'm going to go watch the Lions OTA on the way back. So talk to your guy.
Campbell.
Man Campbell got me hooked up.
Take it easy on
set up. Yeah, well, it's just the rookies. He goes, I don't know if you want to be there. I'm like, well, I won't get to see Decker, but I will get a chance to see Steele. So sitting in the meetings and seeing what those guys are going to be doing. All that's got me juiced. And then as well, Shark, I don't know, dealer's choice. You pick one of them today.
I always tell people we're a hell of a lot tougher than you guys. Yeah, because we didn't have the conveniences. I can remember my mother lighting the gas lamp in the house. I can remember all the things that we went through. We had a depression, but I thought, don't be sorry for us. But I guarantee you, when I was a kid, I had a lot more fun than your kids have. We were independent, and they let us plan our games, play our games, get messed up, it didn't matter. I'm 104. I'm in pretty good health. I say I'm okay. But you know something? Because we were poor, we ate basic foods. We had rye bread. We had very little meat because it's too expensive, a lot of vegetables. When I say we're tougher, it was just that we were forced to be tougher. I hope that they'll be able to do something like our generation if it becomes necessary. And I see things on the edges that are sort of reminding me of that period.
So that was Stephen Melenkoff, one of the soldiers who stormed D-Day, 104 years young, Beam. Talking about how tough he was, what they had to go through.
He's right. I mean, he's right. It's correct.
The greatest generation. 80 years yesterday that those brave men took back a foothold in Europe on their quest to Berlin. So congratulations and thank you to him. And you know what? They were tough. They had to be. Like he said, they didn't have any other options. Shark, what's this tough guy got to say?
Now my left knee is like super mad at me. Just over there on the Google machine, looking it up, she's like, you might have West Nile. And I'm like, well, the Nile, that's all the way over there in Africa. We were in Central America. I don't know how you're going to get it from there.
Same place Chops got his poison ivy. Costa Rica. The Oklahoma Sooners won their 4th straight NCAA softball championship last night. That didn't really have me juiced. It was just some of the...
Shark, I mean, did you watch the game at all?
I did not.
They're so fast. Everything, like, you bet, if you're a middle infielder, you better not bobble that ball, like, when it comes to you, because everything is just at a rapid pace.
Some of the stats coming out of that team, just amazing. That senior class I shouldn't say senior class, the fourth-year seniors, let's put it that way, went 235-15 in their careers. That's an average record of 59-4 per season. And over the past 4 seasons in NCAA tournament games, they were 41-4. Is that pretty good?
That seems to be pretty solid.
The Cleveland Monsters still alive in the AHL playoffs. The Blue Jackets affiliate trailed Hershey 3-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals, but last night in Game 4 at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, the Monsters stayed alive with a 3-2 win. Goalie Jet Greaves stopped 33 of 35 shots to get the win. Game 5 tomorrow night in Cleveland. And then, we always try to be accurate on this show, so when I hear mistakes made, inaccurate reporting, I like to pass them along. You guys keep saying that Nolan Ryan threw no-hitters in 4 different decades, and that's not true.
Maybe he pitched in 4 different decades?
He did, yeah. I didn't want to correct you the first 2 times,
it's okay.
But I've got to do it.
It sounds better. We're trying to hype him up.
You're just spreading bad information. He threw 2 no-nos in 1973, just 2 months apart. 1 in 1974, 1 in 75, 1 in 81, 1 in 90, and his 7th one came in 1991. So 7 no-hitters in 3 decades, actually a span of about 18 years, which is pretty good as well. Hey, Bean.
Pretty good.
What has you juiced?
The fact that I don't have to do a fan poll for the last couple of days has me really fired up. It is Friday at the Memorial Tournament. Very, very excited about today. Weather is awesome, Bob. I mean, it is drop dead gorgeous out here. So if you're coming out, you're in store for one heck of a day. It's really kind of the best that you could even think of and doctor up. Went down to Land Grant yesterday, Bob. I sent you a video of William doing the Atlas Stones.
That was awesome.
It was, if you've ever been down there, they have kind of this like beer garden area. It's really cool. It's really neat. And he just had a basketball in front of him, and he was picking it up like one of the world's strongest men competitions, like barrel chesting it and picking it up, walking for a few feet, and then dropping it. So that had me fired up. Very excited that Mayor's coming out today, too. I know she enjoys the Memorial Tournament. Super pumped about that.
Everybody knows she enjoys it, Bean.
Juice Vampire, also Juice bringing a little bit. Tim Bezbatchenko is leaving the crew and heading over to the Premier League. I'm thrilled for him. He's a Westerville native. He left, he went to Toronto, basically wrote the rules of MLS and kind of how everything works, and came back here, Bob, and what did he do? Well, 2 cups, right? I mean, you won the cup in 2020, and then you just won the one that you had last year. Would have loved to send him off, and I'm sure that they feel the same way over there in that building. Would have loved to send him off with a CONCACAF Champions Cup, but he's heading out. So thrilled for him personally, bummed for us as a fan base, because the way that he constructed this team was pretty remarkable, and you've been living in some of the best eras that you've ever had as a Crew fan. So bummed for us, the supporters. Super excited for him on a personal level that he gets to go over there and do that.
And the fact that now Yarmo can take his job.
I don't know.
That's good for everybody.
They already announced Issa Tall is taking over, so I don't know if Yarmo interviewed for that gig or what was going on. So that coming down yesterday. Again, a bummer and exciting at the same time, but super, super pumped for him as he gets to continue his endeavor and head over to the English Premier League. Get ready for Ohio State's uniforms in field to look a little bit different next year. We'll do that in the re-rack next. Morning Juice right here on the Fan.
Fan traffic
from the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now we are watching slowdowns in the downtown area. Expect lane closures on the ramp from I-71 southbound to I-70 westbound due to a crash. Crews are working to clear up. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors, voted by Columbus homeowners as the leading and most trusted window brand. Find out why at PellaColumbus.com or at their brand new Polaris showroom.
Hey friends, Brandon Beam here for Truehold. If you had a crystal ball, you wouldn't agonize over when to sell your home. You would just ask these questions. Should I sell when my home's value is sky high? Or wait and hope that the bottom doesn't drop out of the housing market? The thing is, I'm not ready to move. You don't need a crystal ball with Truehold's Sell and Stay program. You can literally sell now and stay in your home as long as you'd like. When you sell your home to Truehold for its best current value, you can fully cash out on your home's equity, and you can stay in your home as long as you want with an easy, affordable lease. Truehold pays property taxes, insurance, and all the maintenance and upkeep, too. Truehold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. You can get an offer now while your home's value is sky high and use the money to secure your retirement, pay off bills, or finance your dreams. It's your money. Do whatever you want with it. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's best value without moving. Again, that's Truehold.com.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
This show's sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. We blinked and 2024 is already halfway over. Pretty incredible. What's something that you've done this year you're proud of? Keep up the good work with a moment every week to hit pause, set intentions, and reset in therapy. BetterHelp offers affordable online therapy on a flexible schedule. Take a moment with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/like today to get 10% off your first month.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Mark the Shark. Round 2 of the Memorial began about 20 minutes ago at Muirfield Village. The leader, Adam Hadwin, tees off in 10 minutes. He shot a 666 yesterday and holds a one-stroke lead over Scotty Scheffler. Columbus Group president and general manager Tim Bezbatchenko is leaving the club. The Westerville native joined the Crew's front office in 2019 and oversaw a team that won 2 MLS titles. He is taking a job with the English Premier League's Black Knight Football, which owns soccer teams in England, France, and Scotland. Crew assistant GM Issa Tall takes over Bezbatchenko's job in Columbus. In baseball, Ellie De La Cruz hit a 3-run homer as the Reds beat the Cubs 8-4. The Guardians lost to Kansas City 4-3. And the Celtics took Game 1 of the NBA Finals 107-89 over Dallas. This Sports Center is sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, give Mark Levy a call at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com.
Our guys are only good at the 19th hole, but we're at the Memorial anyway.
Sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling and Orthopedic One. The Fan.
The hardest part of your workday is over. You've managed to get out of your fart sack.
Attention campers, lunch has been canceled today due to lack of hustle. Deal with it.
This is Morning Juice.
Hour number 3 of the program for us on a Friday. Brandon Bean, Bobby Carpenter, Sharky back in studio. We are out at the Memorial Tournament, and our fans' live broadcasts from the Memorial are presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling and Orthopedic One. Busy first 2 hours of the program for us. You can always download the podcast after the show is over. Chad Mark, Superintendent of the Memorial Tournament, well, not the Memorial Tournament, Muirfield Village Golf Club. Dan Sullivan, Executive Director of the Memorial Tournament. He joined us in the 7 o'clock hour. Chad joined us in the 6 o'clock hour. Austin Ward joined us in the 7 o'clock hour as well. So great stuff here on the program. And then Pat Murphy, the Murph Dog, he's going to join us coming up here at 8:35. Sharky, let's hit a re-rack.
Keeping you informed about what's trending this morning. It's time for a little re-rack on Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Billiards Plus, your destination for top-of-the-line grills with up to 30-year warranties. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Got a strategy for today, Bob?
Yeah, number one strategy, drink a lot of water early on.
Yeah.
We're going to do that.
Hydrate.
Get some food in you. We still have a couple other steak and egg breakfasts here from Chef Steven, who also joined us in the 7 o'clock hour, dropping off an elite food.
Yeah.
Drop while we were talking to A. Ward. I'm going to got a little sustenance in me, drinking a lot of water beforehand. Drink some water today during the event. I'm probably going to start off over at the villas, head over to the pavilion. And
Going there? You going to the villa first? All right.
And then I'll probably, it's a lively scene in there on Friday, and you feel less guilty having libations before 10 o'clock. You have to go somewhere where everybody is going to be having a good time, and you're not the only guy.
Everybody's in there having a great time.
And that's what yesterday when I was like, what we got back there, started looking around, and it's like, do tequila and soda. And like, it's pretty early for that. I'm like,
it's happy hour for me. I've been up since 4:30.
Well, that's what I say. I've been up since 4:30. I thought this was a judge-free zone, by the way.
Yeah.
Are we not in the nest, in the trust tree? So
it only comes around 4 days of the year.
Exactly. Once a decade do you get 4 great days in a row. So I'm gonna enjoy this. This has been tremendous. So do that. Pop over. We go over to the Nationwide Children's tent too over there in Buckeye Village at 14. My buddy's got a place over there at 17 that you stopped by last year. So it'll be good if you want to stop by again and kind of head through all that. It's a fun time, but just a lot of people to talk to, a lot of people to see. I'll probably duck out of here. 2:30, 3 o'clock.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
I don't have. Last year, in the past years, I would make sure I kept my XM show on Friday because that would give me a reason. So like at 2 o'clock, you have to start making your way back to the car. And then, it takes about 20 minutes, maybe 25. So I'm like, okay, 20 minutes to the car, 20 minutes to the house. Give me 20 minutes for buffer. So this year I don't have that, and Courtney's not going to be here. So I'm like, okay, I got to have some time to make sure that I get out of here, head home, maybe take a little nap afterwards or get out by the pool. We're going to dinner tonight. So make sure that I'm not, in a good mindset for that. But I'm just thrilled to be out here. I know there's going to be a lot of great people, a lot of great golf today. Muirfield's done a great job of hosting it. All your folks out here, Beam, done a tremendous job, and so it's a little different from when I was younger. I mean, I was hoping to get AJ on at 8:30. He's going to be traveling back, unfortunately, from McAfee from Carolina, where they're at for CONCACAF yesterday. By the way, did you see that cross that Pat hit?
I did. It was remarkable. And then I think it was Breck Shea who finished it. And Breck Shea was like a former U.S. men's national teamer.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, put it right on his feet.
Yeah, like a karate kid.
Yeah, cross. I mean, so they'll be flying back today. But, AJ, I mean, some of the stories here. I can tell you this. And Schleg's, gosh, we'll have to bring it up with him on Tuesday. Schleg's, we always come out here in college, and I don't know. I think the statute of limitations is passed. We had some guys who would take us out and
this is how you know it's a good story. If you have to start off by saying, I think the statute of limitations has.
Okay, guys are making hundreds of thousands of dollars now and have cars and apartments and everything else. I mean, they were worried, like, hey, if they got you into a house in Memorial, like that
violation.
It's like, you're in trouble. And so we came out here and got into a couple of the houses, and this is when people of my age now were there, and they're partying like it's spring break.
Of course.
I was like, this is spring break for adults here. This is crazy. It's awesome.
This place is great.
I'll never forget, we go to
never going to leave.
They used to have hospitality tents up, like, I'm trying to remember where they were at when we came in.
Everything is so fuzzy.
Well, it's so different. The setup is different now. This was 20 years ago. It's 2004. And we went to some of these hospitality tents at the beginning, and this was when Morgan Stanley was a sponsor. Okay. So some guys from there got us in these tents. I go up there, and I'm like, all right, I'm in college. We didn't have a lot of money. I brought like $30 for the day. I'm like, this should be good. Hopefully. And
a little more expensive than the $1.50 Busch Lights.
Yeah, it was. I'm like, gosh, whatever. And so I come here. They bust us up here. We met at one guy's house. My wife my girlfriend at the time, drops us off. AJ, Nick, Schlegs. I mean, they bring us up here, and we go to the first place. And
where was? Do you remember? Like,
it was a hospitality. It was a hospitality tent, but it wasn't like inside. It was like, I think they were.
Was it on the golf course, or was it?
Yeah, it was, but we hadn't really officially entered yet. But it was around the clubhouse. I don't know where that would have been. I
don't know. They may have redone the driving range at some point.
I think so. I think they were like over there,
out here, kind of by our setup now.
Because like, all right, so we go in there, having some drinks, and we left. We lifted early in the morning and then showered and went over. Met the guy's house like 8:30. We can't bust over here at 9, and we're starting. We go into the tent, and I go up. I'm like, all right, I'm in college. Like, gosh, I got like Stella Artois. What is that? I've never seen this. Bottles of beer. Like,
what is this exotic place?
And then I see some people getting. I'm like, oh, I got mixed drinks. All right, let me try one of those. And like, look, let me just get Jack and Coke. I'm like, I wonder how much that's going to be, like maybe $5. The guy gives it to me. I look at him, and he looks back, and I'm like, I look at him, like, how much is he? He's like, it's free. I'm like, what? I'm like,
on the house, my friend.
I mean, I felt like it was being punked. Like, oh, this is great. I go tell AJ, I'm like, these drinks are free up there.
Open bar, dude.
Like, so we're there for like 45 minutes. You guys are like, all right, let's go get on the course.
Like 3 hours.
Oh, it's like, well, I'm drinking as many as I can.
Of course you are.
They're free.
21 years old, 22 years old at the time.
Almost, maybe. I don't know.
Statute of limitations over.
Yeah. So we're like, all right, we're going to go into the course. We're watching some golf. You know, we got a house we can go to there. I'm like, hey, man, these drinks are free here. This is one of the guys that brought us. He's like, but they're going to be free everywhere. I'm like, are you serious? and AJ looks over and Mangold, they're like, this is not going to be good. I'm like, it is definitely not. That's the first time I ever went anywhere where there was an open bar. I didn't know that existed.
Other than like a house party.
Well, yeah, and that's when open bar consists of dipping your hand into a cooler and pulling out whatever's on the bottom of that thing, or drinking some sort of elixir out of a giant jug that may have had trash, may or may not have had trash in it 6 hours before.
Yeah.
So,
did you guys clean this out before you went Harry Buffalo? Don't worry about it.
And so that, exactly, at least we gave it a rinse. I think the vodka kills everything. Yeah. Put that in first and swish.
We put in delousing powder in there.
So then we go to this house, and this was the year the cicadas, they're buzzing, and the house had been warned. It was right over there on 18.
Okay.
They had music playing out the front. I mean, I probably saw 5 golf shots. And
that's a lot.
That was, by the time, you can only imagine if this was the trajectory we were on, what that looked like. And maybe this was the next year. I don't know. The 2 years blend together a lot. Somehow Will Smith arrives here, the late, great Will Smith from Ohio State. And he was playing in the NFL. And so there's all those cicadas everywhere. Mm-hmm. And somehow, 3 Olive sponsoring the party, someone catches a cicada, and they're like, Schlag's eat it. He's like, no, I used to do this in the military. No, I'm good. And I forget this. Somehow Schlag's remembered, and he told Will's son this at Ohio State. He goes, and your dad threw down $20 on the table beside the cicada. And maybe it was 50. He goes, and the next thing you know, there was 20s, 30, 40, 50, 100. And he goes, there was a stack of like $400.
Great.
And then
just for one cicada?
Schlag. People chanting in the back as he...
Jonathan! Jonathan!
That's what it was. It was rollerball. And Schlegs rips the wings off this thing and then eats it. And just as we had Bear Grylls on talking about that earlier, the octopus, I can see like the little leg of the cicada like wiggling, like gripping his lip as he's biting this thing, swallowing and chewing it down.
Good.
And I'm like, that is it. And then, by the way, too, AJ kept, the 3 Olive folks were the sponsors. And so AJ kept picking up, the giant bottles that they have.
like those big, like Magnum bottles.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know, like
the 5,
4 or 5 gallon.
Yeah.
This thing was like 3-4 feet tall.
Yeah.
And for display purposes only, AJ kept picking it up, and the guy's like, hey, don't open that. Don't open that. He's like, oh, I'm good.
Crack.
30 minutes later, it tastes like formaldehyde. He's like, I told you not to open it. He goes, is this even alcohol? He's like, it's like gut vodka. He's this the worst stuff around.
It's just clear liquor.
He's like, why would you? I told you not to open it. He's like, it looks so good. He goes, I thought it would be sweet to drink out this big thing. Oh, I'm like, this is remarkable. It's like, no wonder Tress doesn't want us to go. Fast forward like 2 years after we were gone, a player who I will keep their name. Then we would go to the bogey. After all of that, we would go to the bogey. We started drinking at 9. We would go to the bogey.
Yeah, see, that's too much.
It was awful. And we're drinking there, whatever.
It seemed like such a good idea at the time.
I think the year after we left, Tress outlawed it after that because said no one could go and do it. Maybe it's 2 years. There's a player here who's from Central Ohio who know pretty well, and he may or may not at the bogey left the VIP area, and then the bouncer changed. They wouldn't let him in. And I didn't see this person in my own eyes, but I've talked to numerous people where he tried to fight the guy was yelling back at him, and he may have grabbed a picture off the wall and hit this and passed it. Security guards.
That's what you want.
Yeah, so Tress is like, no more memorial. He's like, you guys ruined it for everybody.
You guys are banned.
Well, and then it was 10 years before I came back here, so it was because I was playing, and we always had OTAs or mini camp or something going on.
Yeah, what we're talking about now, rookie mini camp.
Yes.
OTAs going on now.
And it was probably good for me to step back for about a decade before re-engaging.
Prince that was promised made his glorious return.
And then we came out here and it's like, all right, this is good. This is fun. It's a little different. I'm not 20, early 20s now. I'm early 30s. And so it's a little bit different of a paradigm. But
now you're early 40s. You're a man.
And now I'm the people that they laughed at. They're like, look at these old people out here having a good time pretending it's spring break. That's essentially what it was.
Hey, life comes full circle, though.
It really does. I will say this. One other great part of the story is in college, you're just used to kind of relieving yourself wherever there's an opportunity.
Sure, yeah.
And the lines of these houses and everything would get so long.
Outrageous.
And we were on that deck. Every time I walk by it, I'm scarred because it seemed like such a good idea at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You got to write this down for AJ next week. That statute of limitations is passed on this too. So the line was getting pretty long on the bathroom. And AJ and I were standing there and we had these big, huge solo cups. Like, all right, we just went out. We're out on the deck. Like, hey, dude. Get
to a corner, make sure.
Well, we were out behind the deck and the deck was hitting us about midway. So, all right, we can just pee in this.
I wish that everybody could see the way that you're standing right now, too, reenacting it.
Well, and AJ's like, dude, we could just go in these cups right here. No one will know. I'm like, yeah, dude, no one's seeing. We're just acting like we're having a conversation as we're filling these solo cups. And we do that, whatever. Then we take them, dump them in the mulch, throw them away. And
reuse them.
Ian Fitzsimmons, who used to work here, at that time was working here at the Fan, now works at ESPN. He comes up, he's like, hey, dude, maybe people on your level couldn't see you, but everybody looking up, he goes, I don't think anybody was really noticing other than me. He's like, I wouldn't do that the rest of the day. And all right, man, thanks, Ian. And he was on with Herbie, who went to Centerville, so him and Herb, AJ knew. He's like, this is just friendly advice.
I'm just looking out.
I'm just looking out for you.
Letting you know here that you may not want to do that.
Gosh, it seemed like such a great idea. And being at that point,
nobody can see us.
I'm going to tell you, I remember how late it was early it was because they were just bringing out lunch. That was not even late in the day. We walked out because they were putting the lunch in the room.
What time is it? It's 10:42.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. It was. So that's why my wife doesn't really like coming out. I don't do that anymore, dear. She's like, I just have so many bad memories of that. I can't be around you.
Having flashbacks.
It really is PTSD.
So we're gonna have a great day here out at the Memorial Tournament. You're getting unfettered access to the Buckeyes here, unlike anything we've seen before. We'll get into that coming up next. Morning Juice right here on the Fan.
Fan traffic
from the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. Right now, we are still watching slowdowns in the downtown area. This is on the ramp from I-71 southbound to I-70 westbound. Expect slowdowns in that direction. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steckerwald with your Fan traffic.
Hey guys, Andy Katzenmoyer for Game Day Men's Health. Struggling with low energy, lack of focus, and trouble in the bedroom? You might have low testosterone. Game Day is here to help. They specialize in low T and other treatments just for men, like vitamin therapy, sexual wellness, and weight loss. Best of all, it's quick. Get started in as little as one visit. Go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com/thefan to book your free low T test today. That's GameDayMen'sHealth.com/thefan.
It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. So give your friends something to look at and make this a summer to share and save. With a capable Kia SUV like the Sorento, Sportage, Seltos, or Telluride, or a powerful sedan like the fun-to-drive Forte, each backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. And for a limited time, get 1.9% APR for 48 months for well-qualified buyers and $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged 2024 Sportage and Sorento models. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Financing for 24 to 48 months from Kia Finance, subject to credit approval for purchase of a new 2024 Sportage or Sorento. Excludes hybrids and PHEVs. $21.65 per month per $1,000 financed at 48 months. $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged models must be applied as down payment. Must take delivery by 7/8/24. Limited inventory. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for details.
Roof leaks and damage can ruin your business and your reputation. Property management pros trust Legacy Roofing Services, Ohio's leader in commercial roof repair, replacement, and ongoing maintenance. At Legacy, our reputation for fast, reliable, safe, and permanent roofing services for commercial buildings can solve your roofing problems before they become roofing nightmares. Call Legacy Roofing Services today, 800-880-ROOF, 800-880-ROOF. Legacy Roofing Services.
Here's a quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
More and more people are falling into problem gambling. Mary Haven's experts offer comprehensive care. You and your loved ones can count on mental, emotional, and financial guidance.
Confidential and judgment-free. Go to maryhaven.com today.
Are your feet stopping you from being active and making it difficult to get healthier? Trade in your bad feet and start the new year with good feet and get healthy in 2024. Wouldn't it be nice to work, walk, and play pain-free again?
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and the playoff action is here, and there isn't a more rewarding sportsbook in the game than Tipico. Get ready to bet on the biggest games of the year, the playoff basketball, the hockey, the actions every night. You want to make the most of every game? You've got to bet with Tipico. You'll get up to 5% cash back on your bets. Claim your new sign-up bonus now and get $150 in protected bets when you deposit $100. Sign up now. Enter the promo code TheFan150 to get your bonus. Download the Tipico Sportsbook app today. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions do apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is the sound of a popular American motorcycle. It's the sound of freedom, the open road, really good times. And this is what it sounds like with a drunk guy in it. How do you like the sound of that? Cops are cracking down on drunk motorcycle riders. If you ride drunk, you will get caught and you will get arrested. Drunk riding. Over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
The outdoor drama Tecumseh is back this summer. The drama, the history, and the spectacle make Tecumseh one of Ohio's most beloved traditions. Tecumseh has provided thrilling live entertainment for 50 years, and the outdoor theater at Sugarloaf Mountain will provide a safe and memorable experience for your entire family. Get tickets now at tecumsehdrama.com. This message is made possible in part by the Ohio Arts Council. Tecumseh, experience the drama.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Today, we're tracking lots of sunshine out there. Should be a beautiful start to your day. Cool, crisp air, low humidity, going 77 for the high today. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 78. And then Sunday, looking at mostly sunny skies, highs in the upper 70s. That's your latest weather update on 97.1 The Fan.
FanDuel is the exclusive online sportsbook partner of Morning Juice. Just sign up at FanDuel.com/juice. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
One of these guys thinks Clintonville was named after Bill Clinton. You're listening to Morning Juice.
Got the YouTube stream rolling, too, this morning. You're looking at 2 empty chairs. Still on there. You can still listen to us. You can see Sharky when he chimes in. Just go to youtube.com, type in 97.1 The Fan, hit the subscribe button, and we will be live and local all day long through that. Traditionally, if you want to watch us, other than when we're out at the Memorial Tournament.
Oh, yeah. We'll be locked in there, ready to go. Back in the saddle next week. I feel like we should just have a camera on Sharky the whole time.
I agree with that. I mean, when we're not in there, you could see Shark pushing all kinds of buttons and doing whatever he's doing back there.
All right, we got some Buckeye. You got to pay off on the Buckeye tees, Bean.
Yeah, I haven't been doing a very good job of that today. We can sidetrack, just get to talking. It's such a beautiful day.
That's what we are, two dudes talking.
Yeah, that's all we do. That's all we do for 3 hours a day. Ohio State announced yesterday it's going to open its first 4 practices of preseason camp on August 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The fans. Tickets are going to cost $50 a pop. You already have, too, that Friday night lift, too, coming up, Bob, 2 weeks from now, June 21st, over at St. John Arena. I know you're going to MC it. You get a chance to see the Buckeyes work out. We got that happening, and now you get the first 4 dates of camp open up. Last year it was 2. This year it's 4. You're getting more access to the Buckeyes than you've ever been given before.
So good news. That's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It'll be the first day in pads, which will be, that Saturday, and then like the first full day of hitting will be, that following day.
Yeah.
Maybe Saturday, I don't know, the acclimation stuff. But the first couple of days, which you saw last year, were just in jerseys and helmets. We'll be out there live.
We will.
From 6 to 9, followed by Bishop and friends from 9 to noon.
Mm-hmm.
The practice starts, I think, at 8.
8:30 gates open, 9:15 practice starts.
So like 8:30, you get there early. You'll get to watch the warm-ups, the walkthroughs, and different things. So you'll be hearing some whistles and things during the program. Good news, that's my birthday, Beam, on the 1st. So we'll be celebrating that out there together. And they changed the rules, so you can't go practice with the players anymore else. Maybe I'd try to go out there and see what I still
Can we give
have.
you a live microphone, just wear a headset when you're running around?
Yeah, I could maybe do that.
Have you mic'd up? We've got 2 months to work on that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like 2 months to get in shape is what you mean.
Just hear you just...
I did hit the track yesterday, so it's feeling all right. I got to go through the bags, though. I'm talking to Bennett. The quick twitch explosion is much
Hit the bags,
different.
lads. Hit the bags.
Hit the bags. So that'll be awesome. It's going to be a great time. So, folks, make sure you get out there. Go check them out. This is going to be a really fun team. Get a chance to watch those guys work together. Like I said, we'll be out there, and it's Thursday to Sunday, so a little weekend. I'll probably come back out on Sunday. It's my youngest, Caleb's, birthday. So
nice.
I'm sure he'll be fired up and may want to stop by. So watch a little bit of that practice as well and see these guys with everything. So, yeah, we've had a bunch of those guys in studio. We'll have some more here as we continue to push forward as well. And I promised the other stories I promised, Beam, were some Larry Allen stories. Larry Allen passed away. Was it Tuesday?
Yeah, it was earlier in the week. Unexpected.
Monday?
He was on vacation with his family.
Yeah. Larry, a great guy. One of the all-time good dudes to play. And I never played with Larry in Dallas. He left right before I got there. But the stories about him there were legendary. And then I played against him. He was with San Francisco his last couple years.
Okay.
And I think I played against him in a preseason game. And I was terrified from a stance, not scared to play him. I just heard what he had done to other players. I'm like, I don't want to get embarrassed out here and have this on film. Good news was it was preseason, so he wasn't playing that hard. I think Schlegels, we'll have to ask him.
Schlegels, I remember having a conversation.
Yeah.
It was in one of our first weeks where we just started the show. The conversation came up the scariest guys you ever went against. And without a millisecond of hesitation, he just goes, Larry Allen.
Larry Allen was a monster.
Yeah.
I mean, he was fast, super agile, and incredibly strong. And so Schlegels played against him in a real game. So he was Larry would pick dudes up off the ground and throw them. It'd be like me playing with my kids.
I was watching a video the other day, Bob, and someone was talking about him, and he was asked the question, well, what do you do against that guy? And his answer was, the best you can.
The best
that was the answer.
I was talking to a friend of mine. There's Hall of Fame, and then there's Hall of Fame. Larry Allen's in conversation of the best offensive lineman of all time.
Velvet Rope Hall.
Yes, and probably the best guard. There's different tiers of that. I mean, he's in those conversations. And he's a guy that's going against other Hall of Famers and shutting them down.
Yeah.
There's the game where you see them, and they were showing it was him against the Colts. I think it was Peyton's first or second year. Second year probably. And, I mean, he's just dominating up front. And then you see Dion, who's still playing for Dallas, get beat by Marvin, senior.
Yeah.
And I'm that's two Hall of Famers going against each other. He would go against Warren Sapp, and Warren Sapp would be shut down. His first game...
Neutralized.
There was a game, his first game was against... they moved him to left tackle when Eric Williams gets hurt, who's tackling. Larry didn't play. He could, but he's playing guard. Rookie, put him out there. First game against Reggie White. He got embarrassed. Reggie, I think, had 2 sacks, knocked him off his feet a couple times. Hall of Famer, maybe greatest defensive lineman of all time. And I think that was the last time he ever got beat, consistently like that. That never happened again. And improved dramatically. Multiple time All-Pro, Super Bowl champ, just great player. But when he was at Dallas, Larry's from Compton too, by the way. Our strength coach Joe Jurassic had gone out there. He goes talking about what's it like? He goes, it's like Friday. If you want to know where Larry's from, it's just imagine Friday. He goes, and I'm going there. And Joe Jurassic was our strength coach and had been there for 15 years. I think they played out there. Maybe he was visiting him in the offseason. I can't remember the circumstances surrounding it, but he goes, hey, try not to stop on your way. And Larry mumbled, spoke very I would say broke. He was just a mumbler, didn't speak clearly. But a huge dude. So no one's checking him on. What, Larry? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Couldn't hear that. He goes, don't stop. Just drive to my house. He's like, even a stop sign? Yeah, don't stop. So he goes, if you do get stopped and someone comes up to you, you tell him you're with me. Joe's a white dude. He's like, you need to tell him you're with me. So Joe's I'm driving there, kind of rolling through stop signs, not slowing down. Eventually I get to a stop sign. There's someone in front of it, and there's guys on the corner. See if they come up to me. I think I roll the window down, and I look at him. They just look at me, and he goes, hey, I'm heading to Larry's house. And they're like, it's good. And they just move the car and let him go right ahead. And so Larry, I mean, this is where he was from. He went to Sonoma State, Compton. Like, he's a tough dude, but a great guy, good family man too. And he would sit there, and our lockers would be in Dallas. Like, they would have like 80 some odd lockers for camp, and then when the rosters reduced to like 55, 53, your extra practice squad, you had 60. Larry, the big time dudes always have a space in between. They have a free locker. Mm-hmm. And so Larry would lay down a towel, and he would chew and just spit his chew on the towel beside him. And then the off season would come, they'd draft and bring in players, and they'd put someone in that locker. And Larry would sit there throw the towel out, and spit, and the dude would look, and Larry would just look back at him, and the dude's like leaning there, like staying over to the side to get their clothes and stuff out.
What are you going to do about it?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
what are you going to do?
It's like, dude, this is, you're going to probably be gone in 3 weeks. Just be glad that you're here beside me. I'm going to continue
Take
to
all this in that you can.
And then to up it one more level even, I think he had a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something.
Had a tough time fitting in.
Well, I think he had it like altered so that he could get in there. But he did the same thing in his Lambo. He would spit on the floorboard of the passenger seat.
Great.
And he'd have a towel on on the passenger seat. And I think he would spit on that sometimes too. It's like no one ever would ride with him. Like you guys would get something to eat. Like people said, they go, like, no, we ain't riding in the Spitmobile, bro.
Yeah,
like this car may be $300,000, but you spit your red man on the floor of it. I'm not sitting on this thing. But one of the great all-time dudes, great player, and just tough as nails. And like Flozell Adams played beside him. I played with Flozell, and I mean he just had story after story about how good Larry was, and just. Not your conventional guy. He's like football intelligence, obviously there, but his strength, his speed, and then obviously his desire to chew and spit it wherever he needed to.
Thanks for sharing that, Bob. That was terrific stuff. Yeah, passed away, I think, earlier on this week. Like Hall of Fame level of the Hall of Fame that you were talking about. No AJ today. The Murph dog, Patrick Murphy, will fill in for him. We'll talk some Buckeyes with him next. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now we are still watching slowdowns on I-70 this morning in the downtown area. There is a crash on the ramp from I-71 southbound to I-70 westbound that has traffic slow moving through that area. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your fan traffic.
With Tim Hortons 2 hot breakfast sandwiches for $6 deal, you can mix and match your favorites. Mix and match between savory sausage or naturally hickory smoked bacon. Mix and match between an English muffin or flaky biscuit. Any two served with a freshly cracked egg and melted cheese. You can even mix and match how you share it. One for you, one for them. 2 for them, or 2 just for you. There's no wrong way to mix and match this tasty deal. 2 breakfast sandwiches for just $6. It's time for Tim's. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Single item at regular price. Modifications and tax extra. Additional terms apply.
Diamonds Direct has done it again. This month only, get ready for an offer you can't resist. Buy a natural diamond engagement ring of 1 carat plus and receive a free natural 1 carat diamond tennis bracelet valued at $2,000. That's right, a stunning diamond tennis bracelet at no extra cost. Imagine giving her the ring of her dreams and her wedding gift all at once. So hurry into Diamonds Direct. Your chance to get a free tennis bracelet will not last long. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
Do you know someone struggling to figure out their mental health benefits? The Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office is here to help. Find us at insurance.ohio.gov/GETMHIA or call us at 855-438-6442. Don't wait. The Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office can help you figure out what mental health insurance benefits may be in their plan. Call us today at 855-438-6442.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every goal, every game, every point, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a game-winning goal in the final seconds of OT or a shot on goal in the first period.
Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
Bishop and Friends.
Is there any actual empirical evidence that bulking up and being heavier makes you more durable? I pretty much broke my foot when I was fat, so
Bishop and Friends.
Sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
There's a little slice of heaven in a country road's escape. Pure perfection in the form of uncrowded nature. Over 1.5 million acres of parks and public lands. From mountain biking to stargazing, churning whitewater to quiet trout streams far off the grid. Almost Heaven is down to earth in West Virginia. Plan your getaway now at wvtourism.com.
Summer is finally here in Ohio, and the best part about summer is the fresh fruits and vegetables. And the best place to find them, well, it's one of my favorite places to eat. That is Bob Evans, because they're going to make sure they have the farm freshest ingredients right to your plate. They have 3 new salads: the steakhouse salad, the grilled chicken chopped salad, and my favorite, the summer berry salad. Grilled chicken, strawberries, blueberries, pecans, feta cheese, everything you like, it's all there, and it's all fresh and delicious. So go check them out and learn more at bobevans.com.
This Father's Day, help Dad be all he can be with a Father's Day gift from the Home Depot. Because he's not just Dad. He's the handyman of the house, the plumber in a pinch, and the emergency mechanic. For Father's Day, upgrade his gear with the Husky 270-piece mechanics tool set from the Home Depot. Just $99. Perfect in the hands of a pro or a dad. For every kind of dad, find the perfect gift this Father's Day at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hey, are you having a hard time dealing with high-interest credit card debt? It's normal, and a SoFi personal loan could help you save thousands by consolidating your DEBT to one low fixed monthly payment. You could get $5,000 to $100,000 as soon as the same day you sign, with no fees required. It only takes 60 seconds to view your rate, and it won't affect your credit score. View your rate at SoFi.com/paid-off. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions at SoFi.com/paid-off. NMLS 696891.
97.1 The Fan. Memorial Leaderboard Update.
First round leader, Adam Hadwin, off and running this morning in round 2. He parred the first hole, leaving him at 6 under. Good for a 1-stroke lead over Scotty Scheffler, who's at -5. His second round begins at 140. Hadwin now playing hole number 2. Xander Schauffele is 4 under. He gets started at 130. Ludwig Oberg also 4 under. He goes off with Scheffler at 140. Colin Morikawa also among those at 4 under and tied for third. He gets started at 10:20. Some other tee times if you're going to Muirfield today. Defending champion Victor Hovland tees off at 130. He's 3 under. Rory starts at 9:55. He's 2 under and playing with Justin Thomas, who is at -1. By the way, projected cut line +3, but obviously still very early. This Memorial Leader Update is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Visit them today at bmifcu.org.
Morning Juice is sponsored by Affinity Whole Health, the leader in testosterone and hormone replacement therapy. FeelGreatColumbus.com. The Fan.
If you make a wisecrack about Dayton pizza, Beamer will murder you dead.
Humor. I have it too.
This is Morning Juice.
Sharky killing it on the updates, and our fans live broadcast from the Memorial Tournament are presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling and Orthopedic One. No AJ Hawk today. Instead, we're heading out to the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline, checking with our good friend Bucknuts. He is Patrick Murphy. Murph Dog, thanks for the time, buddy. Did you get poisoned down in Pachuca, like 20 staffers and players for the crew?
First of all, can we talk about how disappointed you sounded that there was no A.J. Hawk and you had to settle for me?
I didn't say anything. I was just stating a fact. He usually comes on 8:30 on Friday. I said instead you're slotting in for him.
It was your tone that really did it. But to answer your question...
Maybe you could be Lou Gehrig. You know, I mean, the Iron Horse.
I don't know.
Wally Pips out.
I don't know if I am at that level, but I'm happy to fill in for AJ. To answer your question, Beam, I had a little bit of upset stomach, but nothing too crazy, nothing like the crew team apparently got. Wasn't spending as much time as I understand they were in the bathroom. So, me and my buddy Darren, who I flew with, we both had to, take some Tums and Pepto-Bismol, but we were pretty much okay.
See, in the future, there's 2 ways you can handle this. One, when you can bring all your food and water and keep it all self-contained.
And that's what they did. I think the crew did that.
So the alternative may be, and this is, Patrick, you got desperate times call for desperate measures. We're going to have to probably, should the crew get in this situation again, which hopefully that's the case, we're going to have to go to Mexico and just tank a bunch of water and bring it up here for a month and get them prepared to be able to handle that. Bring some food, some local cuisine. That way they'll be able to handle that better. That's the only logical solution I see.
So you're saying instead of doing all that altitude training, they should have just been eating tainted food and water for a month prior to the game. Okay, I like that idea. I like it.
The folks down there are good. They don't get sick.
Yeah.
And you know what? Instead of doing altitude training, listen, Patrick was having them smoke cigarettes before they run.
Yeah, that'll help with the altitude for sure. The food we had was great. So I imagine they would enjoy eating it until, the Montezuma's revenge kicks in. But once you get through that, I think you're good to go, right?
Hey, buddy, before we get to some Buckeye talk, just your thoughts on Bez taking the job over there in England.
Yeah, I know you and I were texting about it a little bit yesterday. Certainly a big loss for the crew. They've lost a couple guys now, too. Neil McGinnis, who was kind of leading the scouting department over there, went out to LAFC. So there's a bit of a changing of a guard at the top there. I don't think it's time for any crew fans to panic, but keep an eye on kind of how they replace. They've already got a replacement in Bez with Issa Tall, who was his assistant, and he's a guy that they are very high on. But the scouting department and kind of who leads that will be interesting to follow. But you don't replace a guy like Bez, who basically helped write some of the league's rules and knows how to manipulate them in a positive way for the crew. So it'll be tough to replace, but this was going to happen at some point in time. He was always going to get more opportunities.
To quote Herman Boone, cannot replace a Bezbatchenko or Gary Bertier. I'm not sure which, but that's both of those there. We just found the news out. Ohio State open practices 1st, 2nd, 3rd of August. We're going to be out there the 1st and 2nd, Beam and I, and then Bishop and friends. I mean, how excited should the fans be for this opportunity?
Yeah, really cool opportunity. Last year, I think they did 2 open practices. This year, 4 opportunities, and then there's also the Ryan Day, I think, kickoff luncheon is what they're calling it, where you can go and listen to Ryan Day talk, and I think some other assistant coaches will be there. So I think this is an awesome opportunity. Look, in the NFL, you have the opportunity to go out, though I think most NFL teams make it free, but look, Ohio State needs to generate money for revenue sharing, right, Bobby? So this is a way to help do that a little bit. But yeah, for fans that have never been able to kind of take in what an Ohio State football practice is like, I think this is a good way to do it. It's well before the season, so you're not giving away any secrets or anything like that. But you get to go out, you get to see the 2024 Buckeyes before everyone else. I think it's probably the first 4 days of practice based on the dates. There are some weekend days, I think, mixed in there, too, so you don't have to take off work. I think it's an awesome chance for people who have wanted to do that for a long time, and I know I have people all the time asking me what it's like to be out there. Now they get to see it if they want.
Well, important note, the NFL, they do not charge for training camp, but they charge for parking and everything else around it. And the reason why they don't charge is there's a league rule where you cannot send scouts to training camp if it's open to the public, as long as you don't charge. But if you charge, you're able to buy tickets and then go. So that is the main reason why there is no charging in the NFL. So Ohio State, you absolutely got to raise some money. The NFL owners, they love cash as much as the next fellow. So they'll find a way to make some dollars. But that is the one thing that is holding them back, is they don't want other teams looking around at them. So that's the main reason.
Got it. Okay, that makes a lot of sense then.
He is Patrick Murphy of Bucknuts with us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Pat, you've been out at camp the last couple of days. I know that you're like the biggest fan of recruiting, and you know every single one of these recruits. I mean, name some names for us. Just kidding. Just what was the vibe like over at camp for you, buddy?
Actually, I prepared this time to make sure I remembered some guys' names. I just, recruiting's not what I do most of the year, so I meet these kids generally for the first time, but there were some guys that stood out. Jameer Brown, wide receiver, I think he was there Wednesday. These 2 days kind of blur together. Really fast, impressive. Naheem Burrows, another receiver yesterday that was out there. An impressive group of tight ends yesterday, including Ohio State commit Nate Roberts. Look, it's always fun to get out there. To answer your question, it's an opportunity not only to see these kids, but to talk with the coaching staff. I saw Bobby out there, I think Wednesday. You still didn't talk to me. You never talked to me in person. I think we're only friends over the radio. Someday maybe we'll figure this out.
Did you say hi? Hold up. I'm going to push back on this. Did you say hi to me?
I did not, but you just kind of breezed right by me. So I think it's because I'm short and you're tall. I'm just going to put it at that.
Well, in all fairness, I was looking for a former high school teammate of mine whose son was up there, and he coaches at Lancaster now, so I was trying to find him. So I was kind of on a mission. But anybody else that said hi, I stopped and said hello. You know, I mean, all you had to do, Murph Dog, I'd say, hey, Bobby. I'd say, hey, Murph Dog. And if I had time, I'd stop in. If not, I'd just give you a pound and keep going. So the phone, it's like the phone works both ways. You never call me anymore. Like, dude, you can say hi to me first, okay? Don't always put it on me to be the initiator.
All right, that's fair. But anyway, it is good to be out there. It's, you know, there's a sense of football back in the air a little early here at these camps. So Tavian St. Clair, a guy obviously Ohio State fans are familiar with, he was out there yesterday, the quarterback committed in next year's class. The kid, I think it was Jeremy Birmingham, who tweeted yesterday a picture of him and said, I can't believe this is the same Tavian St. Clair. He's filled out, obviously, if you follow the recruiting, he's moved up to, I think, a 5-star and one of the top players in the country, not just quarterbacks, and looked the part from what we saw. The physical changes, though, in his body are what really stood out to me, and he's going to be at the Elite 11 later this month. It'll be interesting to watch him or, you know, hear about how he competes out there, and you know, Aaron Nolan, C.J. Stroud, the list goes on of Buckeye quarterbacks who have gone out there and really impressed right before they enter their senior season. So that'll be fun to watch.
What time are you starting day drinking today, Pat? It's pretty conducive weather for it.
It really is, but it's unfortunate because there's a basketball camps also going on this week, and I didn't make it over there yesterday. And with Steve Hellwagon on vacation, I'm going to try and make it over there once I'm done with you guys. And then the crew's doing the presentation or the press conference with Issa. So I'm going to try and pop into that just to kind of listen. So it's going to definitely have to wait a little while. But Sarah, the girlfriend, is out of town this weekend, so it might get a little wild.
So I don't understand why you still can't be tracking some libations. Like, I mean, you watch basketball games and have drinks. You're telling me you can't sit there and watch Diebler run around and coach these guys up with a beverage in your hand?
You make a good point. I don't know how Jake
bring a water bottle.
That. Yeah, they're not selling over there at the shot. But, yeah, if I just put it in, you know, empty a Coke can, pour some beer in the can. That was an old college trick. Yeah, so you're right. You know, you make a very good point. You're really astute today, Bobby. I think it's the Memorial that's doing it for you.
Here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to go to that gas station across from the business school on Lane. You go in there and you get yourself a pounder. You get a big, and then you ask if you can buy a cup. You get the big gulp cup. You fill that up with the pounder, and then you just walk on in there. Like, that's what a lot of my, you know, youth league coaches did, and maybe you're not. Some guys would do during grad school as well when we'd walk across the street. So I've given you the game plan, the roadmap, Murph Dog. It's up to you to execute.
All right, I got it.
Buddy, always appreciate the time. If you're working security at the shop, please check Patrick's cup. Buddy, appreciate it. Have a great weekend. We'll check in again soon, all right?
Sounds good. I'll talk to you guys soon.
There he goes. Patrick Murphy, Bucknuts, with us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Going to reveal our fan poll next. Morning Juice right here on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now, we are still watching slowdowns on I-70 this morning in the downtown area. There is a crash on the ramp from I-71 southbound to I-70 westbound that has traffic slow moving through that area. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your fan traffic.
Hey guys, Andy Katzenmoyer for Game Day Men's Health. Struggling with low energy, lack of focus, and trouble in the bedroom? You might have low testosterone. Game Day is here to help. They specialize in low T and other treatments just for men, like vitamin therapy, sexual wellness, and weight loss. Best of all, it's quick. Get started in as little as one visit. Go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com/thefan to book your free low T test today. That's GameDayMen'sHealth.com/thefan.
Whether you're popping the question or ready to say I do, there's only one true jeweler to shop for your one true love. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. As a true jeweler, we not only have luxury designer collections to meet your bridal needs, but we also have talented in-house designers who can create something truly one of a kind. For more than 75 years, our expert staff has been caring for couples just like you and providing the absolute lowest prices guaranteed. Visit the Diamond Cellar on Sawmill Road or Easton Town Center. The possibilities are endless.
It was spring of 2011. Eco Plumbers were just 4 years old. It's 7-ish p.m., and my sister is at her daughter's soccer game.
And I had my tablet in the bleachers with a Magic Jack USB stick.
Magic Jack was cutting edge back then.
Being able to schedule customers for the next morning service right from the bleachers was awesome.
It was this neat hack that let us provide after-hours, in-house call answering, and scheduling back when no other plumbers did that.
Now we run calls as late as 9 p.m. and we'll answer your call 24/7. You can even schedule online.
We always leverage technology to come through for you when you need us to.
Take EcoFi cleaning checks.
Advanced software, sensors, and tablets show the health and efficiency of your system.
And possible trouble spots.
Before we start the cleaning and maintenance, so you can see the before and after improvements for yourself.
Anyone can use technology.
But only eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians use it to constantly upgrade their ability to serve you.
At geteco.com.
Tita Green with Skip Mosick.
Saturday, we'll get you all set for the weekend at Muirfield Village. We'll hear from some of the leaders at the Memorial, plus Dave Shedlowski of Golf Digest.
Tita Green with Skip Mosick, presented by X-Golf. Saturday mornings at 9 on The Fan.
I'm Tiffany, founder of Harlem Pilates. When I couldn't find Pilates in my neighborhood, I started a studio from my studio apartment. Chase Inc. helped me grow from 1 Pilates studio to 3. Because when you start small, you're going to need some big help.
With the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Roof leaks can mean expensive repairs unless you work fast. Legacy Roofing, the leader in Central Ohio commercial roofing, can repair, replace, and maintain your roof to avoid costly damage. At Legacy, we're famous for fast, reliable, safe, and permanent protection for your roof. Our technicians are skilled craftsmen trained by industry leaders like Carlisle, Versico, and Elevate to create lasting roofing systems to protect your investment. Call Legacy Roofing Services today, 800-880-ROOF, 800-880-ROOF. Legacy Roofing Services.
What's wrong?
My travel rewards card didn't earn enough miles for my vacation.
Are you crying? Are you crying because of that other credit card?
Uh-huh.
Well, switch to the Capital One Venture card. Venture lets you redeem miles on any travel purchase.
Really?
Yep, and you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every single day. The Capital One Venture card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Today, look for sunny skies, highs in the upper 70s. Tonight, look for clear skies, lows in the middle 60s. And then as we head into your Saturday, expect partly cloudy skies, highs 77. Going into Sunday, it might be a little bit cooler. Look for mostly sunny skies, highs in the middle 70s. That's your latest forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Bobby is known as the General. Beamer is known as Beamer. This is Morning Juice.
Wrap things up here. Friday edition of the program. Brandon Beam, Bobby Carpenter, out of the Memorial Tournament. Sharky back in studio. And we here on The Juice are brought to you by our good friends over at Affinity Whole Health, the leader in testosterone and hormone replacement therapy. You can always visit them on the line at feelgreatcolumbus.com. Uncle Bo and Reese going to be up after we're done. Timmy May is going to join them coming up here at 10:33 as he usually does every single Friday. Should be a great day that we're having right now. I mean,
that should be. It is a great day.
It is a great day. You're right. I'm going to take the should out of that.
Uncle
Golf course
Bo's
right
here.
now. Oh, yeah, he's prowling around looking terrific. Golf course right now playing rather tough, and we haven't even gotten to like the windy part of the day. There's only a handful of players out on the golf course. Only four of them are currently under par, so already playing a little bit tough. Adam Hadwin, who is your leader, is 1 under through 3. If you're looking to come out a little bit later on here this morning, Tommy Fleetwood going off at 8:40, just went off a couple of minutes ago off of number 1 tee. Corey Connors up there on the leaderboard. He's sitting at 4 under par. He's off at 9:25. Max Homa, Ricky Fowler, Bob, going off at 9:35. Jason Day, Justin Rose after them at 9:45. And then Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas at 9:55.
So let's evaluate Bo's attire here. Yesterday, he showed up with the subtle flex. I believe he had a Masters vest on.
I think you're
with the Memorial hat.
Yeah.
Today,
I got to get a full look of
he
it.
has the Memorial quarter zip Vineyard Vines edition with a nice strong flex.
Is that the Nance edition of the Vineyard Vines? It is.
And then he's got a nice little some sort of Hawaii hat on just to let everybody know that he went there on vacation.
Yeah. He's coordinated.
I mean,
it's good. He's black, pink, white is what you're doing.
He's got his fan polo underneath.
I've got a change of clothes, too. I'm getting out of this sweatshirt after we're
it was nice. Like, the problem is, it was going to be nice. I was going to wear pants. I was like, I'll just throw the fan jacket on over top.
You can do whatever you want to do today. That's the best part about it.
And this lady has a hood up, for heaven's sake. I see people in.
It's not that cold out.
It's okay. I mean, you see a skirt and shorts and a tank top, and then you see a hood with an overcoat.
What time are we going to see no shirt later on?
Well, when it goes
for you,
Phoenix Open mode, that's a good question.
Is that like a 2:30, 3 o'clock for you? We're going shirtless.
If I make it past 3, that would be the outcome. That's why I'm going to be out of here before then. Like, it's been a long time since I remember saying, "Oh, there's nobody playing anymore." People just like at the end they let you just walk wherever. I'm like, wait, is everybody really done?
Everybody's through the golf course. What do you mean?
I would say this: like, it would be easier to escape since they're not going front and back anymore. Than if you're trying to leave through the front.
Oh, for sure. Once all those guys, I mean, the latest tee time today goes off at 2 o'clock. So, I mean, they'll be through the front nine by 4.
3:34.
Like, they'll all be on the back nine. So, I mean, the front nine will be a ghost town other than
the parties.
Chad Marks guys and the parties over in the superintendent.
You know what? That should have been a question we asked Marks. Is this easier now that they go off and have, so it gives you more time to maybe prepare the back?
I bet it.
While they're going.
It's a good question. I bet it is.
No, it would have been nice if we would have asked them, Beam. Where were you at on that one, by the way?
I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about their precision air system.
Shark, that's the fan poll. Is it easier on the greens crew now that they're not going off front and back? True or false?
That's what we're going to do. Again, before we get out of here, though, just a terrific thanks to everybody, every single person out here, Bob. Chef Steven and Chef great care of us this morning and yesterday. Anytime that we're out here, General Manager Nicholas LaRocca doing a terrific job with everybody. Chad Baker
track him down
in the caddy barn, making sure that all these guys have their clubs and nothing happens.
The caddy shack,
literally in the caddy shack. That's correct. Mike McKee over in hospitality, Bob, who is.
Do they charge? They charge for the Cokes, the bottles of Coke over there.
I think they're probably complimentary at this level. But yeah, Mike McKee, John Boyd doing a great job down in the Villas. I know we're going to be hanging out here there a little bit later on today. Of course, Dan Sullivan for stopping by, too. I mean, each and every person who is in charge of their post at this place it's like a well-oiled machine for a reason because they are all excellent at their jobs.
You think if I brought a green cart up here, and I just got stole some of the Muirfield stationery and put Memorial Tournament and just slapped it on, that
I think you probably go wherever
I could then just drive it around after the show? Okay, because I asked the folks at Ohio State.
We could probably lock one of those down for the afternoon.
I mean,
with prior reservation.
I couldn't do that. I don't go far enough. Everywhere I go, you know where I go to 1.
You go to 1, you come up to 18, you go to 14 and 17. Yeah. That's about it. That's same. That's where I go.
Listen, I don't want to drift too far away from my orbit. That way I don't get sucked out anywhere.
Well, you don't want to do that, too, because then there's no coming back.
Believe me, people are like, go meet me up here on 4. I'm like,
no, that'll take 2 hours to get all the way back around.
I know. Yeah. I'm like, Courtney's like, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, well, I'll give you some exercise, and it'll give you a way to, dilute the drinking time is really what it is. It's a good 40-minute walk where I don't have something in my hand. Well, at least not the second half anyway.
JT wearing sweet green pants today, looking really solid over there.
Looks like it's Easter.
Bob, I had so much fun today. What do you say we reconvene on Monday if they allow us? You good with that?
You're going to be gone.
I am going to be gone. You'll be gone Monday. I'll be gone Tuesday.
Okay.
We'll reconvene after about 60 transfusions, maybe a little bit later today.
Perfect. Hey, enjoy Michigan.
Yeah, I will. You enjoy hanging out with Tito next week. That'll be fun for you. Everybody have a fantastic weekend at the Memorial Tournament. We will be back live on Monday morning to break it all down. Uncle Bo and the boys are up next. Talk to you on Monday. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now, watch for lane closures on the ramp from I-270 eastbound to 71 northbound. This is on the north side of town. Crews are working to clear up a crash right now at that split. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
This is a fan action update.
This NFL action update is brought to you by Tipico. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. The New York Jets have the third best odds in the AFC East at plus 210. Their odds to make the playoffs this year are minus 170 to make and plus 140 to miss. Over-under season win total sits at 9.5 games, and the Jets are 24-1 to win the Super Bowl. Good for a tie for the 11th best odds in the NFL. For your Tipico action update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for over 30,000 mouth-watering choices with savings beyond low prices, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. More savings and more inspiring flavors make Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
O'Reilly. Eliminate carbon and varnish deposits with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up. A clean fuel system can increase performance and fuel economy. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for just $9 and get 2 times O Rewards points. In-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When it comes to your roof, there's really one team to call, Newman Roofing. From the first call to the final nail, our team of professionals will be there every step of the way, answering any questions you have throughout the entire process. So give Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit us online at newmanroofing.com.
More and more people are falling into problem gambling. Mary Haven's experts offer comprehensive care. You and your loved ones can count on mental, emotional, and financial guidance.
Confidential and judgment-free. Go to maryhaven.com today.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.